How do we toddle off?
Lucian.
Step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Whatever that dance looks like, doesn't matter. Just do it.
Mine was way too embarrassing, so I stopped right before you guys saw
inspired
anything.
mine, man. Come on.
Fantastic. A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
You're great dancers.
It's a Monday, so you're going to be silly. You're going to go into this week with light energy and a light vibe. Good morning and welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. You and Carissa and Graham at your service this morning.
And we really are. I'm just listening to the rains bless us outside right now because I think it is that kind of day. Many people were stopping me to tell me the news that I wanted to tell everybody around me. Massive news broke over the weekend. Our very own Zoe Brown, and we can still call her our very own, even if she's living on another continent right now. Of course, her and Robbie, her amazing husband, are expecting twins.
Twin boys.
Oh, no,
Look
gosh.
at them.
Oh, my
Mom
goodness.
and Dad.
And it looks like the rain's blessed them that side as well. So I'm so glad she went the full kind of social media reveal as well, because I think she knows how many South Africans and friends and people this side of the world are so happy for her, man. So blessed.
Absolutely. We could see this because you also shared the news on our Expresso Morning Show Facebook page, and you guys weighed in seriously with the congratulation messages. So thank you very much for that. But if you didn't see the post just yet, you can go check out what she shared. It is so sweet, man. It really is so sweet. And we couldn't be happier for our own Zoe Brown. So Zoe, I know you might not be watching, but you will. Congratulations to you guys, man. A whole new chapter is about to unfold in your lives. It's going to be exciting.
Not one, but two.
Two
chapters.
2025. How exciting. And thank you so much for being with us this morning. We can't wait to get into chats all around what exactly your go-to song is. Now, I don't know if you are a singer. I don't know if you can belt out at the top of your lungs, but that's
Definitely
me
not.
like every other weekend. Great, come on. I've seen you do karaoke. Don't put me on a singing show, though. That's all I'm saying. But if I had to perform one song, I definitely want to get into this. It's such an exciting one for me as well, because when it comes to karaoke, I love doing female anthems. That's usually what I go for.
Because more people will join in.
That's my thing.
The more, the merrier when
crowd
it comes
effort.
to karaoke. Completely, man. I absolutely love this. So as much as we are there to admit that we might not be ready to step onto a singing show, it doesn't stop us from singing on live TV all the time. I think I tend towards the more screamy songs, or something like the song, where you just literally mumble the whole song through. I love that. So that one song that is there, that's been there in your history when you look at all those nights that you've blocked out.
No, I've not blocked them out. They're there on Facebook to remind me every time. It's Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten.
Ooh.
It is so good. The lyrical content of it is absolutely fantastic. And I feel like if you're going to leave a crowd inspired, why not? You know what I'm saying?
That's not even the gentle way on that as well. Everyone will feel like, oh, that's my jam.
That's my
and they will jump on. I absolutely love it. Well, inspire us this morning. In fact, inspire us with a rendition.
Yes,
that's what we want. We're going to give you the voice notes line to use so that you can actually sing us that particular song. 063-408-8863. If there's a song that gets you going, that gets the crowd going, whether or not you can sing. We'd love to hear from you this morning. In fact, if you want to chat about anything on the show, please, this is the mode to use. But right now, we're going to give you some of those talking points. Yes, we will circle back to, of course, Zoe expecting twins in our entertainment report in just a moment, but you can keep those messages coming as well. Right now, though, let's get the major talking points of the day with the news and sports headlines.
Thank you so much, team. That's right, 4 minutes past 6 o'clock. Let's get a first look at the major news stories, making news headlines on this Monday morning, starting with your national news. Northwest Premier Lazarus Mokhosi commended the police for arresting 225 illegal miners in Orkney. Now, police reported that the miners surfaced due to hunger and dehydration after law enforcement restricted the community from supplying them with food and water. Mokhosi noted that communities in Matlosana and Moses Kotane live in fear of criminal activities by illegal miners, which also drain provincial revenue needed for economic challenges. He urged the police to continue their efforts to apprehend criminals and ensure safety in affected areas. And COSATU has warned that the government's plan to cut the public service wage bill through early retirements may backfire. Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana proposed offering early retirement to 30,000 civil servants to reduce costs and bring in younger talent. However, the union's parliamentary coordinator, Matthew Parks, cautious that the employees with essential skills could leave, only to be recontracted later. While early retirements aim to address the growing wage bill, Parks believes this approach may ultimately create gaps in expertise within the public sector. Making international news this morning, a lightning strike at a refugee camp in Uganda killed 14 people and all children during a church service on Saturday evening. Additionally, 34 others were injured in the incident at Palabek refugee settlement in the northwest region, which is home to over 80,000 refugees, many from South Sudan. Now, the area has been experiencing heavy rains accompanied by thunder and lightning, and this is not the first such tragedy. 4 years ago, lightning killed 10 children in Arua while they were taking a break from playing football. And angry crowds confronted Spanish King Felipe VI in Valencia, where at least 217 people have died in flash floods and many are still missing. Footage shows the crowd shouting "murderer" as some protesters threw mud at the king. Local residents feel that flooding warnings were not issued quickly enough and that they lack adequate support. Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez announced an additional 10,000 soldiers and police to assist in Valencia, but residents report little contact from emergency services. Meanwhile, fresh red rain warnings have been issued for parts of Valencia. And we'll finish off with this story. Just as Halloween faded into the rearview mirror, Mariah Carey, the undisputed queen of Christmas, was right on cue with her festive cheer. Now, on Friday, which was November the 1st, she lit up Instagram literally with her annual It's Time video. Now, this time with a playful twist. Mariah, channeling Morticia Adams, emerged on a stormy night dressed in a sleek black gown with Gomez by her side. They spun through a haunting tango until she pushed him aside, flinging October's last page into the wind. Then, with a magical flourish, she revealed her iconic red and white Santa outfit. It's time, she trilled as snow swirled, and all I want for Christmas is you filled the air. And I think now it is safe to say that Christmas season has now officially begun. If you haven't seen the video, there it is. There it is. It's time, Mariah Carey. We know it. We love this time of year. That's your news headlines. We'll give you another update at 7 o'clock. Graham is standing by with your sports.
Thank you so much, Ewan. Of course, we can start thinking about that all-important festive season football roster now as well. Let's start with the English Premier League. And Manchester City's unbeaten run ended as Bournemouth shocked the champions with a 2-1 win yesterday, marking City's first Premier League loss since December. Incredible. So Arsenal's title chase also faltering, losing 1-0 to Newcastle. That was after Alexander Isak's early header in the game. Then injury hit Arsenal, now has only 1 point from their last 3 games. And elsewhere, Liverpool, they rallied from behind to beat Brighton 2-1, with Cody Gakpo and Mohamed Salah scoring in that one. Under new manager Arne Slot, Liverpool moving 2 points clear at the top of the table with 8 wins in 10 games. Still early days, but exciting stuff. Let's bring you back home for more Knockout Cup excitement. In fact, the quarterfinals delivered high drama as PSL teams fought for their semi-final spots. So Richards Bay, they clinched a spot after a nervy 5-4 penalty shootout win over Cape Town City following a goalless draw there. Mamelodi Sundowns, they dominated Kaizer Chiefs 4-0, prompting an apology from new coach Nazruddin Nabi amid the fans' outrage. Then Sunday's action saw PSL newcomers Magesi defeat last year's finalists TS Galaxy 1-0 with a crucial save from Elvis Chapeze. The Marumo Gallants, they also secured a semi-final berth, edging out Stellenbosch 1-0. Then some international rugby on offer this weekend as well, and high stakes for the All Blacks as they triumphed over England 24-22 in a thrilling encounter at a packed Twickenham on Saturday. So with England leading 22-14 and just 13 minutes remaining on the clock, replacement fly half Damien McKenzie and wing Mark Talia's second try, turning the match around, giving the All Blacks a narrow 2-point lead. England's George Ford, who narrowly missed a penalty kick moments earlier, he failed to convert a last-minute drop goal as well that could have secured that victory. So this loss marking another frustrating setback for England. As Steve Borswick's side, they have struggled with close defeats, including losses of 16, 15, 24-17 in New Zealand in July. So close, yet so far away. Now let's turn to Formula One. He was so far away, yet he came back to win it. Max Verstappen clinched victory in a chaotic, rain-soaked Brazilian Grand Prix yesterday, bouncing back from 17th on the grid to bolster his pursuit of a fourth consecutive world title, and this was the time to do it. The Red Bull driver finishing ahead of Alpine teammates Esteban Ocon and Pierre Gasly. The championship beat now to 62 points with 3 races remaining in the season. Well, we will chat a bit more about that, all the drama that went on behind the scenes, and delve into some of this weekend's Premier League results as well. So stick around for that. Right now, rain in parts, sunshine in parts. Let's get a bead on the weather.
Thank you so much, Graham. Let's get into your first bit of weather for this morning, where the South African Weather Service has issued multiple weather warnings for today, including unexpected snow alongside heat wave conditions across much of the country. Now, a level 4 alert warns of thunderstorms and heavy rain, causing disruption in parts of the Eastern Cape and KwaZulu-Natal, while a yellow level 2 warning signals disruptive snow for the Eastern Cape. Extremely high fire danger conditions are forecasted for areas of the Northern Cape, Northwest, Free State, Gauteng and Limpopo's Western Bushveld. Meanwhile, a heat wave persists across Northwest, Free State, KwaZulu-Natal, Gauteng, Mpumalanga and Limpopo. Now, for more details, do go ahead and visit the South African Weather Service website. And for now, that brings us and ushers us so beautifully into the sunrise view of the hour. And let me tell you, Emil Jones needs to be paid big money for this view straight out of Joburg. I personally have never seen Joburg look this good before. It looks like it's something straight from a movie, definitely giving us the thumbs up that Monday is going to get started on the best of notes. And if you too would like to be like Emil, share your morning views with us on 0634088863. We'll have a look at those at 7 and 8 o'clock throughout the show today. And for now, we'll have a look at the temperatures, at what you can expect in your parts of South Africa.
Ground zero. That's all we can say.
Where did that
The
come
weather is
from?
weird. It's all over the place.
It's okay. Stay indoors. Just stay
Yeah, just,
indoors, and let's try to process what's going on in the English Premier League and just stay glued to Expresso. Yeah, we will try to unwrap some of the weekend's action. It's all a little bit crazy in the Premier League at the moment. We brought in 2 super fans. Don't judge them by their colours. Judge them by what they say on national TV in just a moment. Cannot wait to connect with the lads. Of course, Liverpool and West Ham proudly supported today, but we'll get into all the results from the weekend.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Beautiful. We also have another great gent coming through, Clayton Jimmy, and he's going to talk about how to make swimming accessible for all, the efforts he's putting into that, just to make sure that, you know, it is an inclusive experience for each and every one of us.
Let me tell you, this man is a rocket in the pool, having claimed 7 African titles already, so he knows what he's doing. So if you want to learn to swim from anybody, it's this guy. It's this guy, Clayton Jimmy. You're going to chat to him in just a bit, and he's going to give us a bit of a fitness workout, swimming vibes, a little bit later on. We'll see you after the break.
Pool.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Let's delve into a little footy and a dramatic weekend in the Premier League saw Manchester City's almost year-long unbeaten run come to an end. Arsenal slipped further from the top. Liverpool taking that lead, almost comfortably so. Now, they had a nervy one. Meanwhile, Nottingham Forest, they stunned with a win over West Ham, highlighting both teams' contrasting paths this season. Now, Chase Brand, West Ham superfan, and Neil Reuters, chairperson officially of the Liverpool Supporters Club, now join us in a studio. Gentlemen, welcome to it. Thank you so much for being here. In pretty good fortunes this morning. We'll take it. I know you're burning a little bit, but we've had some good ones over the recent weeks. I'm going to start in the Liverpool camp, Neil. You've got to be happy. You've got to be smiling. You've got to be feeling that whether we win pretty, we win ugly, as long as we're winning at this stage, because this is often where we drop those crucial points. And I say we loosely here. Teams drop their crucial points. How are you feeling, bud?
Absolutely. I'm ecstatic. Let me start with that. And really because Liverpool has shown a level of resilience, especially
going on with Arsenal at the moment. They've been riding high. Has the other shoe dropped, should we say, or is this just going to happen when you're pushing a team this much?
Look, I don't think it's over for Arsenal. If you look at the top half of the table, or the business end, the European spots, you got your familiar, you have your Man Cities, you have your Liverpools. We see Forest there, and we see Arsenal. I think Arsenal, they still have what it takes. Arteta has been there before. He knows what it's about. One could argue, not to be controversial, does...
Team in crisis at the moment. Obviously not a great result this weekend.
Where do we start with this weekend?
A woosah.
I'm actually wearing black, so I'm in mourning, so that's why I thought I'd wear the away kit today.
That's why it rained today.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I think the turning point against Forest was the timing of the red card. Edson Alvarez got a red card just before half-time.
Man, when you're within the Premier League, see something in that. Almost a year unbeaten. Bournemouth of all the teams to do it. Quite a surprise in that. Did they drop the ball? What on earth happened there, do you think?
I believe that there's been a challenge within the City camp, especially with the injuries and important players like Rodri, missing out. And their inability to, I think, adapt to their current situation has led them to this.
Nistelrooy in the hottest seat in football. What did you make of Man United? Because starting to see his influence filtering in there. 1-1 against Chelsea, not a bad effort.
It's a temporary gig, but rather draw than lose. Sorry.
Yeah.
So it could have been a worse result, but you're waiting for the new manager to come in. So as an interim role, rather draw. Win is obviously best choice, but if you're not gonna win, draw.
You're there for a PR campaign, so just play that part. Gentlemen, all the best of luck. Enjoy all of the football on offer, regardless of where your teams are. Just take a moment and enjoy it. There you can have a look at some of the fixtures that are going to be featuring. And, of course, the teams doing really well at the moment. Looking slightly different this year. The top half of the table been really, really surprising. But at the moment, as you can see from the smile, Liverpool holding sway.
Thank you very much, Graham, and our super fans getting us excited. And now let's get your week started, maybe on a very good note. Panda push up play for Daily Lotto for an estimated 550,000 Rand jackpot this Monday, and you could win very big. So what you can do is you can buy your tickets now in store on the website nationallottery.co.za, the mobile app, cell phone banking, or if you want to enter via USSD, simply dial *120 *7529#. Now, we've also added all of those details on our Expresso social media pages, so go check them out. Play Daily Lotto for an estimated 550,000 Rand jackpot today for your chance at a big payday. Go for it just before the festive season, but also remember to do so responsibly.
And we sure are winning big on your Feel Good Breakfast show this morning because we have the great chef with the hat and shades in studio with us. And we're going to take you through a wonderful recipe where you get to eat sliders 3 different ways. I can't wait to delve into it. So many beautiful ingredients in front of me. And not only that, we're going to continue down the line of course, Monday motivation. And we've got Clayton Jimmy still in studio. He's going to take you in through a swimming routine. We're going to see how this is. We're still trying to locate the pool in studio. Not only that, he's going to tell you how he's really been making it his life's mission to make swimming more accessible for all. All of that on the other side of this very short break. Grab your coffee and we'll see you now.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You are tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, right here on S3. Thank you very much for joining us. It is a Monday morning, a fresh week, and this morning we chat to one of South Africa's star athletes in the pool. Yep, he's represented the nation on world stages, claiming 7 African titles. We're talking about Clayton Jimmy this morning, and he's here to dive into his journey and his mission to make swimming accessible to all. Clayton, thank you very much for joining us this morning, my friend. Even brought some memorabilia here, man. That's incredible. Let's start with your journey, because I mean, I'm an avid swimmer as well. We were just talking off air now, but I mean, you started young at the age of 4 years old. What is it about swimming that just grabbed you and kept you there? Because I know a lot of people, you know, fall into it and then they realize how difficult it is, and then fall out of it.
Yeah, sure. So, wow, thank you for having me on the show. And it's been a fantastic journey. I mean, I started swimming when I was 4 years old. My swimming talent was identified in grade 1, where the swimming instructor said, you need to go to private swimming lessons and take your swimming to the next level. So, yeah, I fell in love with the water from a young age, and it's just opened up so many doors for me. I mean, it's been an amazing journey.
Oh, man, if we take a look back, I mean, 7 African titles under your belt already, which is phenomenal, my friend. I mean, what are some of the highlights that you look back on? What are some of the opportunities that this career has afforded you?
Sure. So in terms of the swimming career, I was able to travel the world through swimming, and I've been able to meet amazing people, be on TV, and just gain experiences and life experiences that you just can't get from just working a normal job.
Yeah, no, it's completely different, man. And it's, I mean, what I love about swimming as well is, yes, there's a team aspect to it as well, but essentially it's you in the water. And that's where it becomes challenging. It's very much a mind over matter kind of sport as well. Let's chat about this, because apparently, according to statistics, only 15% of South Africans can swim. I had no idea it's that low, but you made it now your mission to change that. So chat to me about this goal. Where did you identify this? Why this particular goal? I know you love swimming, but and how are you going to work towards changing that 15%?
Yeah, so 15% of South Africans can swim, and that's quite gut-wrenching.
Yeah.
So I believe that I have a gift, and I would love to share that with 5,000 people, and just get more people swimming and engage in the sport. And I strongly believe that a sportsman's career or their legacy begins the day they retire. So that's why I've taken on the challenge of swimming the 8 Mile charity swim for the Chad Leclerc Foundation. So they're doing amazing space in the water safety and the swimming development space. They've supported me for my overseas travels. So yeah, just super grateful for the support from that space.
And is it just for you to get the message out there, or are you actively going to step in there and work with people? What do you hope this 8-mile charity swim will actually do? What change do you hope that will bring for you?
Sure. So the 8-mile charity swim is for me to give back 10,000 Rand to Swimming for Charity, to water safety programs. And myself, I'm actively coaching swimming at a swimming club called Swim Lab in Wynberg. So yeah, just growing in the aquatic space and giving back as much as possible.
Yeah, man, we got to get the youngsters in the water, man, because it's fun, yes, but I mean to make sure that you do it safely as well. Chat to me about this, my friend, because this is impressive, and I looked at it earlier on Glasgow 2014.
Sure. So this is a medal that's very close to my heart. It is a silver medal from the 4x100 meter freestyle in Glasgow at the 2014 Commonwealth Games.
Sure.
I was 19 years old, fresh out of school. I was on the relay team with Chad Leclos, and yeah, we managed to bring back a silver for the country. So
that
yeah,
is incredible,
super proud of it,
man. That is incredible. No, the doors that this has opened for you, I mean, it's just, man, what you've achieved, it's insane. I mean, this was a dream for me when I was a youngster, but I'm so happy for you. The terms of, I mean, determination, that's what it's all about. Chat to me, what's next? What's next on your calendar with regards to, I think, the water safety, your message, I think, for the nation as well, going into 2025, a new year beckons.
So my message to the nation is that believe in yourself, and a world of abundance can be opened up through the world of water. I mean, I'm a lifesaver myself, and it just opens up so many doors just being able to swim. And if you want to drive a boat, there's people working on the yachts, there's scuba diving, so a whole world is opened up to you, and if you just believe in yourself, then you can achieve your goals.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for your message. I believe that you're also going to take us through a bit of a fitness segment in just a while. What would you like to say to the public out there? Why should they be joining us?
Well, fitness is a part of life, and taking your health seriously is very important, and swimming is a fantastic way to do that.
Then we shall be fitnessing in just a bit with Clayton Chivy. Stick around for that in just a couple of minutes on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
And feel good indeed. We're going to bring you some more of that as we usher in our wonderful chef and 3 delicious crowd-pleasing slider recipes. Now, this is perfect for any outdoor gathering or even casual get-together on the weekend, on a weeknight. Now, whether you're a fan of the classic double-decker burger, or even if you're craving something spicy like a spicy barbecue chicken, or if you are on, of course, the vegetarian side but still want to eat good and love the savory richness of mushrooms, we've also got that covered with our caramelized onions on top. It's going to be so good. We've got something for everyone to enjoy. And of course, we have our chef. That's your name now. Our chef in the building. Our chef with the shades as well as the hat. I can't wait to get into this recipe. For now, we're going to focus on the delicious meatiness. So shall we go for the burger sliders first?
Yes.
Okay.
So we're going to start here. We're going to start with the double cheese sliders.
Ooh.
Okay. So first thing is first, we're going to start with our oil.
Okay, yes, let's go.
Okay, just so we can make sure that like it gets heated.
Right.
Okay. And then
That's perfect.
perfect. Not too much, not too much. And then now we're gonna move to our sauce, right?
Ooh, delicious.
So we can just do it together.
Yeah, girl, I'm here to help you.
So that's yours,
Okay.
okay? And this is mine. So we start with your gherkins.
Delicious.
Okay.
I love what gherkins really add to a recipe. It brings that like tartness, a little bit of sourness to the recipe.
Yes, yes.
So good. Some red onion too.
Some red onion, okay, and a
Love
pinch
that.
of salt. Also, I like this sauce because it's crunchy. You know, sometimes you just don't want to bite into something that does not have any crunch.
Yes, or
so this is
texture.
quite so
Love
this is
that.
quite amazing. So then you add your mayo in here. Love a mayo.
So this is kind of like your
sauce.
traditional burger sauce that we're making.
Basically
some
with a bit
tomato
of crunch.
sauce.
Yes,
Yeah.
honey. And then we add your mustard in here, right? And then you just mix it all together.
Lovely.
Just like that, quick and easy, but lots of flavor, delicious, crunchy,
The
right?
color too is fantastic.
Yes, yes. Then you set that aside,
Lovely.
okay? Then we move on to our patties, right? Let me just do this, okay? Then We're gonna
Add
add
some
our
vinegar.
patties. My hands are washed and clean, right? So you add that in here. Do you love sliders? I'm obsessed with sliders.
If I'm going to a burger place, then I'm definitely doing a slider because I'm one of those people that like to taste a little bit of everything.
Yes.
And so if I can get 3 options on my plate, it is definitely a yes, yes, yes from me. So we're smashing these as
We
well.
are smashing it.
Delicious.
We are smashing it.
Okay.
Yeah, I also love sliders because they're so tiny. You can eat like 4 or 5 and not feel guilty.
Isn't that great? It's
I'm
fantastic.
obsessed. Yeah.
So how long do these take to cook?
We can
usually?
leave it for like 3 to 5 minutes, but then also just check till it's like golden brown. Because with your patties, with your mince, it cooks quite easy and quick.
Right.
So you do that.
Now with
and
these,
then-
can you leave the middle a little bit like medium, or does it have to cook through?
No.
No.
I like a burger that's juicy but not too dry, but I don't like it like a bit rare.
Okay.
So it's quite nice when it's like cooked well. Okay, so then what
then
we
you
do
press
is we're
the
gonna cut up our
The
sliders.
buns.
Yeah.
Okay.
just so we can dress it.
And now, do you toast your buns, chef, or how are you feeling
You
on that
actually
front?
do. You do
Okay.
that. So right after you remove your patties, then you can just place your burgers, your rolls in here, just for the flavor. So all the flavors that you get from this is also gonna go there.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that idea.
I love it also.
Okay, that's
Okay, so you do
good.
that. And
I'm
if
very
you
excited
have-
about the pulled chicken as well.
So if you have a bit of space, you can just place that in there. Nice and
Not being
easy.
shot by
and
the oil.
there we go.
The trauma.
So you can just do that, place it
That's
over
perfect.
there, and then we just wait for it to cook.
Okay.
Right? Then we move on to our chicken. You see, today we have options. We have your beef or chicken, all right? So now what we can do is we start with our chicken, right? Add
That's
your
being
chicken.
shredded, pre-cooked.
Yes.
This is quite nice if you have leftovers as well.
Exactly.
Okay,
So
I
if
love
you have
this.
like your chicken breast or any other chicken, actually, you can just, turn
Pull
it
it
into
apart.
another ingredient, burger. So you add your pepper in there, right? And then you add a pinch of salt.
Lovely.
Not too much salt. And
now
then
we've got some sauces.
you
Ooh,
add
some chili.
some chili for that kick. You add your chili according to what you prefer. Some people like it too hot. Some people like it not too hot.
Okay.
And then you add your hot sauce.
Oh, I was wondering what that was. So when you said spicy, you mean spicy.
Very spicy.
Okay.
But still delicious.
Still so yum.
And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna add your barbecue sauce because also you don't want it to be dry. You still want the flavors in there. And then we're just gonna mix this together. Okay, while you're mixing there,
I'll
I'm
do
gonna
this for
check on
you.
my patty.
I love this. And if you missed any of the steps, this recipe is, of course, available on expressoshow.com. And there's a veggie option, too. You could use mushrooms and pretty much the same ingredients as well. You could really just
Basically.
mix up the sauce and add it on.
So now, if you obviously don't eat meat, then you also have that option, which is quite nice. And that also has flavors. You don't feel like you're not eating a burger. So that's quite nice.
You still want to enjoy the nice life.
Yes.
Come on.
So can you see that is cooked, right?
Yeah.
Then what you're gonna do is you add your cheese.
Okay.
Okay, so now you add your cheese because we want the cheese to be melted. So you can just do that. Add
And
your
we're using
cheese.
good old classic American cheese as well. You can't go wrong with it.
No, you can't.
Oh, yum.
Okay, so now I'm gonna move this because it's getting quite hot.
Okay.
But what you can do is you leave it for like just a few minutes because we also know that with our cheese, it melts quite quickly.
Yeah.
Right? So then, now we're gonna dress
Ooh, the
our
fun part.
sliders.
Yum. Okay,
Okay.
you take the one.
Okay, so maybe we can
I'll
start
do
with
that.
our lettuce just to make it look nice and presentable.
And they're so tiny, too.
That's why I said I can eat 5 or 6 with no guilt. Okay, so you add that, right? And then what you do is you add your patty.
Oh, delicious.
Yum.
And what's great is that we'll make one for everybody in the room, okay? We have more than
Exactly.
enough buns. I can even hear Ewan and Graham in the corner saying, give us more, Carissa. Yes, it's coming your way.
So
And
then-
as we continue dressing this, look at that deliciousness. We're going to come back with more goodness on your Feel Good Breakfast show on the other side of this break. And hopefully by then we'll have done a taste test to let you know how delicious this really is. Well done, Chef.
I'm excited. I can't wait to eat. Okay, so then you just close that.
Perfection.
And then that's. Look at that.
Ta-da!
Look at that. Delicious. Cheers.
Cheers. We'll see you now.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. From the kitchen, we made our way over to the music because, yes, those two boxes are going to be ticked in terms of entertainment. And today, it is Monday. Good morning, in case you didn't know. We shine the spotlight up on somebody incredible, a star that you're going to want to take note of. Now, joining us this morning is young artist Rylan Andrew Limitace, all the way from Mossel Bay. Now, he's already making waves in the musical theatre scene. I think that we should take a look just so that you can see what he's all about. That's you. Yeah. That is you. Like, there was no pretense there. You're absolutely beautifully talented. I can't believe that I'm sitting in the midst of superstars. Oh my goodness, I'm starstruck right now. What's really exciting is that you've actually been around these parts. I don't know if you recall because you were very young, but Graham and you have met before, haven't you? So cute. I mean, look at that screen right now, the two of you getting along. Ah, what a life, what a journey. Thank you for being here also. And I know that you are quite young. And I wonder where your love for performance even started from.
So when I was little, I used to, there was music playing on the TV and I used to stand in front of the TV and just sing and dance.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Did you have any favorite artists that you would love, like a Michael Jackson or anyone?
I was listening more to Adele.
Oh, yes. Rana, you and me both, eh? I love me some Adele. She's so talented. In fact, one day I want to see you on a stage with her. Can we put it here?
Yes.
All of it, all of it, all of it, all of it. Okay. What has been your favorite performance so far? I know it might be tough to choose, but if you could choose.
My favorite performance is when I sang Defying Gravity at the World Championships of Performing Arts in July this year.
Wow.
It was a very proud moment as I was the only singer from Team South Africa to be in the finals.
Wow, yes. Representing South Africa so well. Did you feel the stress of that or were you just more excited to be there?
I was more excited to be there because it's every kid's dream to be in Los Angeles.
Wow, and how was LA? Was it special?
Yes, it was really fun.
Oh my goodness, did you get to see, walk around and experience Hollywood for what it is?
Yes, I was walking on the Wall of Fame.
Oh my goodness. Were you imagining that your name's going to be there one day?
Yes, there was like thing where you can pay it and you can put your name on the star.
Oh my gosh, we must manifest our lives, right? Yes. I absolutely love this. I also know that you were chosen to be deputy head boy at your primary school. How exciting. How was that experience for you?
It came as a shock.
Yeah.
But I feel very proud and I take my duties very seriously.
Yep.
But it's also quite hard since that I have to focus on my leadership, my school, and my academics. But it's also great to be an ambassador for my school, Kiramoso Bay.
Oh my goodness, we've made the right person famous is all I'm telling you right now, please. I'm so proud of you. I feel like, honestly, I don't like to call myself an auntie, but in this moment, I feel like such a proud auntie of yours. Rylan, you're doing so well. Let's get into your partial scholarship to the New York Academy for film. And that's so exciting. 2025 is when you'll be there. Musical Theatre Summer. Tell me more about this.
I'm very excited because it's in New York.
Yes.
And the program will show me what a 3-year degree program will look like after my matric year. But I think I will learn more about the music and learn more about the industry.
Absolutely. I mean, you're on the right path, let me tell you that much. I know that your family's so proud to have you here on national TV, giving us an incredible performance. What can we expect today from your performance?
You will hear my great voice.
Yes.
And yeah, you will see a great performance.
Okay, I'm very excited about that. I've been told that we're going to see not 1, but 2, maybe 3, if we act real good in front of our superstar here today. Put it here. Oh my goodness, we missed it. It's me. Oh my goodness, yes, I told you, I'm starstruck. I can't even get myself together. Right now, we're going to get into a little bit of a workout, and then we'll be back with our superstar.
Yes, we will be back with our little superstar. We are surrounded by superstars this morning. Right now, Clayton Jimmy is still with us in studio, and he's going to take us through a swimming-inspired fitness segment. And let me tell you, as a 7-time African champion, he's sharing techniques that keep him in peak condition, both in and out of the pool. All right, Clayton, so swimming, let's talk about it. So when you go train, yes, you need time in the pool. Yes, you need time in the water, but you also need a lot of other type of fitness influences to make sure that you are at peak performance. So what is it that you look at? How do you balance it?
100%. So swimming is broken up into the pool work as well as the gym work. So the pool work's working on your aerobic capacity, being able to swim for a long time. And your gym work is building your strength and your endurance and just making sure that your muscles are sharp.
Yeah, I see. And there's a fine balance between the two because they need to work cohesively, right? So what are we doing right now? What are you going to show us this morning?
So the most important thing for swimmers are shoulders. Okay, so we're going to start off with a shoulder warm-up for butterfly.
All right, so if you're at home right now, come on, join in. If my 2 boys, Key and Dominic, if you guys are watching, come on, let's get in there.
Got some arm swings, just 20 of them.
There we go. So this is just to loosen up the shoulders.
Yes. Okay, and then we're going to move on to the backstroke. Just warming up those shoulders on the backstroke.
That's it. My swimming coach back in the day said when you do backstroke, try and brush your ear.
Yes, 100%. That's it. And then on the breaststroke, you just want to go like this. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. This is opening up the chest so that we can have a good breaststroke.
That's it. So what do you focus on? What is your stroke? What is your claim to fame?
My stroke is freestyle.
Freestyle.
Yeah, freestyle. I'm a sprint specialist, so I specialize in 50 meters and 100 freestyle.
Nice. Look at it. See, and that's it. Our shoulders come into play a lot when it comes to swimming.
100%.
But this is nice. Just even if you have stiff shoulders or sore, you know, just doing these movements already, I mean, it's unbelievable what it does for you. All right.
100%. And the most important thing for a swimmer is a streamline.
That's it.
So we're going to do some core exercises on the floor.
Okay.
So a swimming-based core exercise is a little bit different. We're going to be in a streamlined position.
All right.
Okay. And we're in a streamlined position, and we're just going to kick our legs. Okay, make sure that you have a tight streamline. There we go.
Got it. Don't forget to breathe.
Okay, and then have a rest. Okay.
Right. That is intense, especially holding that streamline.
Sure. And then we're going to go back into a streamline, and then we're going to do a butterfly kick.
Yeah.
How are those abs doing?
That is the core, the obliques, the everything. The low back comes into play.
100%.
There we go. Look at that.
Sure.
Goodness me. You see, because I know swimming is all about originating from here, the core, making sure that that's strong. All right.
100%.
Lovely stuff. What's next?
Sure. And then we're going to activate with some clap push-ups.
Clap push-ups.
Yeah. So we want to get the heart rate up.
Yeah, listen to my colleague Graham laughing over there because he knows I haven't done this in a while. Okay.
Sure. We're just going to do 5 of them. So make sure your core is activated.
If you can't hear us properly, we do apologize for any mic issues. All right.
Core is activated. Looking forward.
Okay.
Down. How was that?
That was good. That was good.
Okay.
Okay, well, I can do 5 more.
Okay, cool.
Let's go.
Is the heart rate up?
Heart rate is way up, my friends. That's it. I think that's all we have time for today, but it just shows to the way that you approach a swimming workout like this. It really is stretching the muscles, making sure that you are in a streamlined position. That's why these guys fly through the water the way they do. And of course, also the explosive power, like you said, for the sprinting.
Yes.
Nathan, thank you very much, man. It's been wonderful to have you. And also, congratulations. Thank you very much for changing that swimming culture in South Africa. Let's get that number 15%. 15% of South Africans can swim. The rest is having trouble, and this man is aiming to change that. You're a legend.
Thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely love that. One of those vital gateways. We know if we can just get that foundation swimming right, we are literally going to save lives. Love that notion. Love the drama coming out of Formula One in Brazil yesterday as well. Marianne Wakefield is here to unpack a very dramatic Brazilian Grand Prix. And then, of course, JP Sebastian, looking very swanky this morning, is stepping in to help us get behind what looks like an incredible film, Magpie. We'll get into that in just a moment. You can put your judgy hat on. We'll see you now.
Drained? Dehydrated? You have lost more than just fluid. Recover faster. Add Rehydrate, SA's #1 oral electrolyte mixture.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, the drama. Welcome back as we delve into another sporting chat. Yes, we are going to jump right into a very chaotic Brazilian Grand Prix. There's no other way to describe it. Max Verstappen's truly remarkable charge from 17th on the grid to victory amidst rain, red flags, and a whole lot of drama saw him secure his first win since June, but a very important time to do it, I think. Alpine also stole the spotlight, scoring a double podium with Esteban Ocon and Pierre Gasly in an unforgettable race. And Marianne Wakefield, I'm sure, just reveled in it. Motorsport content creator joining us to unpack a crazy race night. We love this.
It was ridiculous. I was watching since about 12 p.m. yesterday because we had the quali.
Yeah.
And then we had the race, and it was a complete mess.
It was about 5 different races in the race as well. Maybe let's start with one of the standout performances, because there were a couple, both negative and positive there, I think, from team and from drivers. Max Verstappen, he took a lot of heat last week. He's an aggressive driver, and of course Hamilton jumped on that bandwagon. He hit me once too. He hit me, sir. We saw so much. I'm just having a little bit of fun. Honestly, I've no skin in the game when it comes to Formula One. But from 17th on the grid to take this, it almost seemed impossible. And when I tuned in, I thought, wrote him off.
Yeah, I think, he had a tough weekend. And when Max has a tough weekend, he does drive aggressively. So I think that helped him yesterday as well. And the car was just, they did well last year, and then this year they completely fell off the bandwagon. So I'm glad to see them back. Ocon can drive in the rain. He's one of the drivers that we never think can drive in the rain. Normally we think Lewis, we think Alonso. He's going to have to get every podium till the end to even be in there, and Max he can't feature on the podium. So it's very slim pickings. Oscar's completely out. Charles is completely out.
This weekend,
big time.
After showing so much promise, but you've got to earn that right. And I know Red Bull have done it very quickly, but they have certainly got the layers to their growth over the last few years. Really, really cool. Who's going to take it? Verstappen out and out now? Is there anything in your heart that says we could see one more twist in this tail?
I would love to see Norris take it. But mathematically, I mean, he's got to be on all the podiums, him and Piastri. So I think Max is going to take it.
All right, and she's neutral, hey? She tries to be as neutral as she can be. No, she's honestly one of the best content creators in the business. So if you want the plug-in, if you want to DM and ask the nuanced questions, if you're a real petrol head, please do it. Mary Ann, we absolutely love you. Enjoy the run-in for what has been an incredible, incredible Formula One season. And we got to say, from 17th on the grid to number 1, well done, Max Verstappen.
Thank you very much, Graham. Just a minute ahead of 7 o'clock. Let's get into another round of your news headlines and those major news stories for your Monday morning. Starting with national news, an 11-year-old girl has died after reportedly buying food from a local spaza shop in Alexandra. Now, she was taken to Masakane Clinic after feeling unwell and was pronounced dead on arrival. Her mother and 4-year-old sister are in critical condition at Edenvale Hospital with chest and stomach pain. Now, the shop has been closed and the owners are untraceable. Community members plan to meet the property owner tomorrow, while other shops in the area have also closed. Gauteng police have formed a team to investigate potential food contamination. And Northwest Premier Lazarus Mokhosi commended the police for arresting 225 illegal miners in Orkney. Now, police reported that the miners surfaced due to hunger and dehydration after law enforcement restricted the community from supplying them with food and water. Mokhosi noted that communities in Matlosana and Moses Kotane live in fear of criminal activities by illegal miners, which also drain provincial revenue needed for economic challenges. He urged the police to continue their efforts to apprehend criminals and ensure safety in affected areas. Making international news headlines this morning, voters in the US goes to the polls tomorrow to elect their next president. Initially a rematch of 2020, the election was upended in July when President Joe Biden ended his campaign and endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris. Now, Harris has maintained a small lead over Trump in national polling averages since entering the race. With 75 million early ballots cast, the country and the world may face a tense wait to see if Harris will make history or if Trump will return to power. And a lightning strike at a refugee camp in Uganda killed 14 people, all children, during a church service on Saturday evening. Additionally, 34 others were injured in the incident at Palabek Refugee Settlement in the northwest region, which is home to over 80,000 refugees, many from South Sudan. Now, the area has been experiencing heavy rains accompanied by thunder and lightning, and this is not the first such tragedy. 4 years ago, lightning killed 10 children in Arua while they were taking a break from playing football. And we'll end up with this story, big one on the calendar for this week. Prince William returns to Africa this week for the prestigious Earthshot Prize Awards in Cape Town on Wednesday and also on Thursday. Now, his journey to Namibia in 2018 inspired the prize, serving as a tribute to Africa, where he proposed to Catherine and honoured his mother, Princess Diana. Founded in 2021, the Earthshot Prize Awards awards nearly 23 million rand each to 5 winners for eco-friendly innovations that address climate change. And Cape Town makes history as the first African city to host this event. Now, guests will walk a green carpet, and the Cape Town landmarks, including Cape Town Stadium and Table Mountain, will glow green in the evenings to honour individuals and organisations tackling climate change. You can follow hashtag Earthshot Prize on social media to see the spectacular show ahead. That's where we leave your news headlines. For the 7 o'clock bulletin, we'll have a final round for you at 8.
Let's start with the big shock in the English Premier League lineup this weekend. Man City's unbeaten run ended as Bournemouth shocked the champions with a 2-0 win yesterday, marking City's first Premier League loss since December. So Arsenal's title chase also faltering, losing 1-0 to Newcastle. That was after Alexander Isak's early header. And then, of course, injury hit Arsenal falter once again, only 1 point from their last 3 games, in fact. And elsewhere, Liverpool, they rallied from behind yet again to beat Brighton 2-1, with Cody Gakpo and Mohamed Salah scoring there. Then under their new manager, Arne Slot, Liverpool continued to show signs of improvement, moving 2 points clear at the top with 8 wins in their 10 games. Now, we had some thrilling knockout cup quarterfinal action yesterday. It delivered the high drama as PSL teams fought for their semi-final spots. So who's in? Let's see. Richards Bay, they clinched a spot after a nervy 5-4 penalty shootout win over Cape Town City. That was after their goalless draw. Mamelodi Sundowns showed their class, dominating Kaizer Chiefs 4-0, prompting an apology from new coach Nazruddin Nabi amid fan outrage, understandably. Then Sunday's action saw PSL newcomers Magesi defeating last year's Giant Slayers, TS Galaxy 1-0, with a crucial save from Elvis Chapezi making the difference there. Then Marumo Gallants, they continued to show their heart, securing a semi-final berth, edging out Stellenbosch FC 1-0. Congratulations to all the fans as well. This is a really big one. Now, speaking of big ones, the All Blacks had a massive mountain to climb, and they did it, triumphing over England 24-22 in a thrilling encounter at Twickenham on Saturday. So with England leading for the majority of the match, 22-14 at 1 point and just 13 minutes on the clock, replacement fly half Damian McKenzie and wing Mark Talia's second try, turning the match around, giving the All Blacks a narrow 2-point lead. To add to their misery, England's George Ford, who narrowly missed a penalty kick moments earlier, failed to convert a last-minute drop goal that could have secured them victory. So this loss marking yet another frustrating setback for England. As Steve Borthwick's side, they have struggled with close defeats, including losses of 16-5 and 24-17 to New Zealand in July. They must have thought they had this one in the bag. Now, speaking of in the bag, Max Verstappen most likely has the Formula One championship tied up. That was after he clinched victory in a chaotic, rain-soaked Brazilian Grand Prix yesterday, bouncing back from P17 on the grid to bolster his pursuit of that in June, now extending his championship lead to 62 points with only 3 races remaining in the season. It's going to be tough or impossible to catch him at this stage. But that's where we leave our sport for now. Let's get our first update on the roads.
Thank you, Gray. Yes, let's see what's happening on your roads right now. We started out in KZN in Durban, where there's been a motor vehicle accident south of the N2 with expected delays towards Spaghetti Junction. Do, of course, avoid the affected area and please plan your route accordingly before you head on out. We head over to Gauteng in Benoni right now, where delays are expected on the N12 westbound after Tom Jones Road. The right lane is closed, so please do exercise caution while driving. And then sticking in Gauteng, but moving on over to Centurion, there is congestion on the south of the N1 between Olifantsfontein Road as well as Brakfontein interchange. Delays are expected, so allow for added travel time before you head on out to brave the traffic. Well, that's where we leave your roads. Let's check in with your weather. The South African Weather Service has issued multiple weather warnings for today, including unexpected snow alongside heat wave conditions across much of the country. Now, a level 4 warning alert warns of thunderstorms and heavy rain causing disruption in parts of the Eastern Cape as well as KwaZulu-Natal, while a yellow level 2 warning signals disruptive snow for the Eastern Cape. Now, extremely high fire danger conditions are forecasted for areas of the Northern Cape, Northwest, Free State, Gauteng, as well as Limpopo's Western Bushveld. Meanwhile, a heat wave persists across Northwest, Free State, KwaZulu-Natal, Gauteng, Mpumalanga, as well as Limpopo. Now, for more details, go ahead and visit the South African Weather Service website so you stay up to date as we delve into our sunrise view of this hour. And Claudel, I'm telling you, this vacation look is something that I definitely want on myself, and it looks so good on you. Thank you for sharing your beautiful morning with us, straight out of Durban. It looks like you took festive very seriously, as you should, as a fellow South African, and we hope to jump on that bandwagon very soon. Now, if you think you could beat what Claudel did out in Durban, 0634088863 is that number to contend with, and let us know what your morning looks like on your side of the world as we get into your temperatures for today.
There we go. That's your weather for the second time around. If you missed it the first time around, now you know. A little bit of crazy weather out there. We had rain, now there's sun outside, which is weird. And we have burgers in the studio.
Why did you move those away from us? You
No,
were
'cause
like,
I saw
you
your
looked
hands.
at Ewan and then you just like moved it across.
Did you
out of
do
the
that?
way. Yeah,
While I was
while you were-
engaging
while your
with
hand
our
went
audience,
past.
like
I saw you. I saw you.
I didn't think there'd be any sliders left. Faith, we love what you do. We love it when you do it like this.
Thank you so much.
My goodness, man. Okay,
Good,
so
right?
what are you putting the finishing touches on?
We've done the pulled chicken and we've done the double-decker beef cheeseburger,
Of
but
course.
now we're doing mushrooms. I don't know
Okay.
if you're
Clever.
a vegetarian eater. Do you usually reach towards the veggie option?
Yeah, no, on this show, we've learned so much. So
Yeah.
you're constantly experimenting. I love the mushrooms from the umami kind of
Right.
meat replacement vibe. It is great. It's a
Yeah.
great jumping off point.
Even the mouthfeel of it, you don't even miss meat, right?
I
Really
just love
excited
mushrooms.
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 I love it so much. So much.
Okay, let me
Amazing.
get the garlic over here too.
Mushrooms.
That was quite
Professional.
aggressive, hey?
Look at these sliders, bro. Slide into my stomach right now.
Do it, do it.
So
taste it.
what's on the spread here?
Okay, so we've got the pulled chicken, but that one's a little bit spicy barbecue.
Okay,
And then
I'm gonna
we've
try
got
some spicy barbecue.
the double-decker cheeseburger with a beautiful cheesy in-between and sauce. It's just a lot going on,
I'll
but
go
it's
for the
absolutely
cheesy
divine.
and in-between sauce.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
yum.
Out of 10, you got to give us your score.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a 10 out of 10.
Like a 3, eh? Like a 3, 4. No,
That's
is
the one Faith
lovely.
made, that's
There's so much going on in such a small little burger.
I know. Because normally you feel like with a slider, you feel like undersold.
Okay.
So you got to have like 3 or 4.
But that's the point. That is actually just for you guys, the entire selection.
the whole platter.
Yeah, we made it for you.
Fantastic.
In fact, thank you for bringing like diversity into the mix. Because if you're going to eat 5 beef sliders, you might as well just have a burger.
Right.
Okay, so mix it up. Play around with that. Absolutely beautiful.
Okay, so we've caramelized some onions,
Yes,
right?
we
Tell us
have.
more.
So now what we're going to do is we're just going to obviously put it together, all right? Okay, so we have our onions here, right? We can add a bit of rocket for like some greens.
I'll do that for you.
Okay.
Beautiful. I love rockets.
I also
Take care
love
of this,
rocket.
Chris.
No, I'm the lettuce carrier.
There we go. And then we can add a bit of mushroom on
And
top.
because they're smaller, it feels healthier, hey? It really
And there's
does.
some green in it as well. For For your meat-free Monday, this is like the perfect
It's
recipe.
really good. I might actually do this today. It is Monday still, eh? It's
Yeah.
Monday.
Then we top it up again with some onions. Sorry, honey, the extra flavor
And
there.
some
in
of
your-
Carissa.
There we go. And then right after that, we just close it.
Oh.
And you have your delicious vegetarian
that looks saucy.
And you've got the
slider.
right squishness.
Yes.
Squishy rating.
Yep.
Okay, is that the thing?
That's how you rate burgers,
Yeah,
actually.
it's the squishiness.
squish
It's like
rating.
how much can it squish? You haven't undersold these sliders at all. They are
Yes.
jam-packed, fully loaded, and you
Love
can
it.
find them on expressoshow.com.
Beautiful.
Like that. Thank you very much, Faith.
Pleasure.
Legend.
Appreciate it.
You're the
So,
best, mate.
young Ryland, we've been listening to his sound checks. We saw him obviously perform earlier, and it's worth checking out his socials to see this kid on a stage doing what he does.
Incredible.
We're going to let him out. We're going to let him out in just a moment so he can do what he does. That
Yeah.
voice is next level.
Prepare
JP's
yourself.
here. We're talking movies. Magpie. Movie preview. We'll see what he thinks of this brand new movie. We'll see after the break.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You are tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso right here on S3 on this wonderful Monday. If you've just joined us, welcome to it. You're just in time to talk some movies with my man JP Sebastian. Looking very, very fancy this morning, may I say.
Thank you.
Love the suit.
I was
How are you doing, bud?
Trying to dress like a bedspread because that's where I feel like I am.
A bedspread.
Right now. I feel like a mattress. What a
Okay.
weird description. I'm sorry.
Great start
Shame.
to
I'll take your
the
compliment.
movie talk.
You were
Yeah.
very sweet, and JP was very weird. Good morning.
I love it, but we didn't expect anything but weird from JP. Okay, so movies, buddy boy.
That's right.
Magpie.
And that's out this Friday. I've not seen it, so this is just a preview, but it is one that I think could be a bit tantalizing. I mean,
Tell me, I have
could
no
be.
idea.
Daisy Ridley, you might have come across that name, of course. Rey in Star Wars. And that seems like a story that she might be trying to walk off at this point because there were so many, like, oh man, mixed politics and mixed feelings with that. And it's what's really cool for her is that she's taken between then and now like a million tiny movies. And this is another one. Well, that's not to say it's cheap or anything like that. It looks decent budget and all that kind of stuff. But tell you what, I'll get into a bit of the story. And a reminder, I've not seen this, so this isn't an evaluation.
Right.
But if you're into the sort of like domestic entanglements and scandal type situations, she has a country home with her husband and everything seems, let's say, all right at best. There's definitely the feeling from it that someone did something, someone stuffed up in the past, and they're just trying to repair and just trying to keep things on an even keel. Which is interesting. Usually these movies about like the domestic going sideways kind of thing, it starts off with, oh, it's a white picket fence. Everything was so nice and now it's going bad. But this is like, it's bad to worse.
Right.
And the story being is that Shazad Latif, who is also a wonderful actor, by the way, and that's also Melinda Lutt. She was in a cult movie called Revenge. He was in a movie called What's Love Got to Do With It? I had the honor of interviewing him. What a great guy. And you might know him from Star Trek Discovery. And he's whatever. He's an up-and-coming face, and I think Hollywood really should take note of the guy because he's handsome as heck, and also he's a great actor. So he is chaperoning their daughter to a movie set because the little thing's been cast in a major movie, and it's this great, sweet opportunity. And for him, a way to get out of the house from the sort of tension of this marriage that's on the rocks. But for the poor wife, Daisy Ridley, she gets stuck behind with the child that's crying all the time in what should be a happy, sedentary, like country home. She starts to feel like she's losing her marbles a bit, right? Because that's perfectly sane. It's like if there's something unresolved, and on top of that, you're the one who's expected to take care of the home while he gallivants off to a movie set where he starts catching feelings for a world-famous actress. It's, you can see, and definitely he's got a past of his own. Like I said, he's clearly the one who stuffed up, and he's not making matters any better for himself. So Magpie's got this sort of suspense feel to it.
You know, it's interesting for me because some movies manage to capture that uneasiness to the viewer. You know,
unfinished argument.
You're sitting there watching this, but you constantly feel uneasy. Like, I mean, and it seems like Magpie is going to do that.
I mean, maybe with the help for the fact that it is co-written by... So it was the idea was developed by Daisy Ridley, the lead actress, and then written by her husband, Tom Bateman.
Oh, wow.
I hope that their marriage is doing okay, but it'd be interesting that they can talk very frankly about, like, you know, the kind of frustrations that married couples can have and like the walls that you hit eventually and like how you should just communicate. Or if you don't do any of that, you get to make a Hollywood movie. So that's out this Friday, and I'm sure that the people who are into that, scandal brimming under the surface kind of thing, this might be for you. But it looks pretty tense. It looks decent.
Look, I must be honest. I mean, I watch a lot of series and a lot of movies, and a lot of the time it deals with exactly that. You know, the subject with, you know, marital issues and this and that, and then what goes on. But I mean, it's also how the story is told, which I think makes it different and interesting. And it looks like you said, from bad to worse almost.
And not just the fact that, you know, you've got this husband and wife duo of Daisy Ridley and Tom Bateman who have developed the story, but also her as this gigantic movie star in real life from Star Wars, talking about a child slipping into the movie industry. So there's ways that it's probably a pretty personal story of like the crazy pressures of that industry and the weird world and the rabbit hole it takes you down. You'll all find out when it comes out this Friday, though. I'm jumping the gun here.
Magpie. Yes, high hopes, though? Yes, no?
I'm keen enough, but there's another movie I'll be talking about later, which for me is suspense on suspense.
All right. Stick around for that chat. JP's not going anywhere. Right now, we want to see this young man in action.
Absolutely. We're here to see him perform, and I hope that you are ready. All I'm saying is brace yourselves for Mr. Rylan. He's on up. I told him we're matching, so maybe I could be his backup dancer. Not for now, though. I'm going to let our superstar take it away with Colors of the Wind. Go ahead.
Think you own whatever land you land on. The earth is just a dead thing you can claim. But I know every rock and tree and creature has a life, has a spirit, has a name. You think the only people who are people are the people who footsteps of a stranger, you learn things you never knew.
Don't go anywhere, right? And just stay there and take a bow, young man. Keep that applause going. Incredible. I love how he turns from like world-class performer back to a child.
Yeah.
Just like that, yeah.
Just exquisite.
But I mean, I think we can all agree a bright future is ahead for this young man. That is for sure. Dude, thank you very much for coming through. We're looking forward to your next performance. Yeah. It's
My Way on the Way. Cannot wait for that.
He's taking on big ones too. I mean, from Pocahontas to Frank Sinatra, why not entirely? Well, listen, on the other side of this break, we get into some more real good things on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Speaking about retail therapy, it's one of my favorite things to do of all time. Is it good for you? Is it not?
Yeah, how do you navigate it?
How do you navigate it?
Yeah, how do you navigate it?
I just go straight in.
And then we're gearing up for a laugh with Kanyisa Jam with Sorry for the Wait comedy show, and we're going to find out what that is all about and what he's planning. So stick around for that and more after the break. Retail therapy.
Yeah, it's my thing, man. What can I say?
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Indeed, it is your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso right here on S3, and we are talking finances right now because when it comes to spending, understanding the psychology behind our choices is crucial for financial well-being. I know Carissa agrees completely.
I'm trying to. I'm getting there. I'm a work in progress, okay? Because listen, emotions, as I'm sure you can agree, often play such a significant role in spending habits. I've got to be honest. For instance, the concept of retail therapy, like I told you before, highlights how we sometimes shop to lift our mood.
What's wrong with that, man?
What's wrong with that?
It's okay. It's not just about...
kick?
Yeah, exactly, man. And you've earned the right. Literally, you've earned that money to be able to spend it. It's not just about having the money, though. It's about understanding why we spend. What is that emotional button that's being pushed? And marketing strategies can also, I think, then influence our decisions. Ever notice how certain colors or music in stores, or maybe the smell of freshly baked bread as you waft past and it's used, eh?
Yeah.
They will do these things.
There's
They get me
a lot
every
of
time.
interesting strategies out there, but I think the interesting questions here. You said you sometimes shop from emotion.
All the time.
Okay, because I mean that does play, I think, a big role in many people's lives. And
is that a happy emotion or a sad emotion?
So this is what I was going to tell you guys. Don't be disappointed, but whether I'm happy, whether I'm sad, whether I'm celebrating or overcoming some sort of emotional heartache, I'm shopping. You'll find me in the shops, okay? Because there's always something to buy.
Of course there is.
Exactly.
That's
So
kind of
let
how
me
they
buy it.
how they are built. But does it make you feel, what is it about the dopamine button that gets pressed there that you enjoy?
It's immediate gratification, I think.
Yeah.
Like, I earn the money, like you said, I'm spending it, I tell myself you deserve it, take the thing and then immediately feel good because it's added to my life.
And then how long does it last?
It keeps going because I keep
No,
shopping.
but I mean for that one thing. Let's say you're like, oh, that is the jacket that I've always wanted. And now you go and buy it out of emotional decision. How long does that happiness
Well, I
last?
attach real
Until you look at
sentimental
your bank
value
account.
on stuff.
Oh, do you? So
I
every
attach
time.
sentimental value. Yeah. So every time I reach for that thing or, you know, explore that art and craft thing that I've created, it's attached to it.
It has an anchor there.
How do you feel when you look at your budget then?
Where are we going now?
I'm just asking because
You're asking the real questions.
Shop now, like literally right now.
Because
she's
it
going to leave
feels
and
like
buy
it
something.
can turn into a very vicious
Yes,
circle
no,
if
you're
you
right.
don't manage it.
You're
you know?
right.
I must be honest. I'm blessed. I'm quite a level-headed guy. Like, things like stress and boredom and anxiety or whatever. It doesn't drive me to the shops. It would rather drive me to go and have a run or a workout or something. I'm not an emotional buyer at all.
Teach us.
That being said, I've seen your motorbike, and it's absolutely
But
beautiful, and it's about 5 times as big as the previous
But you must
motorbike.
understand the why. I have asked myself for weeks and months before I've stepped into and made that commitment. So it's not an impulse thing. I don't buy an impulse.
Right.
It's based on the
That's the
value.
difference.
It's based on the value extraction, exactly. And also, you got to really ask yourself, but why do I need this right now?
So let's flip that around, because you are, and I often come to you as the level-headed person in our mix. You not so much.
No, I'm
we
learning,
we all have our strengths. I think you and I are cut from a similar sort of cloth like that. But there is something quite powerful in being able to reward yourself when you deserve it. So if you can play within your budget, it doesn't have to be a negative thing, because it speaks to the job you're going to go and get. It speaks to the night you're going to go and have, the event or whatever it is. Sometimes you do deserve it, right?
But I mean, the way you say it now is like you were speaking about my bike that I just got now. But I mean, my first and foremost responsibility is to look after my family, to look after financially my wife and my 2 kids as well. So anything that I get outside of that commitment, that is a reward for me. But I need to make sure that I can service my actual needs right now with my family before I go and listen, I deserve this.
And it's cheaper on petrol. Just say it, Ewan. Just say it.
It was a positive, conscious, very well thought through plan.
I love this for you. But you do have families. I mean, I've got a cat that's barely at home and a dog to take care of. So, I mean, my responsibility
is this the order that it goes cat, dog, fiance?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Did he even get a mention on the list?
Cat, dog, Carissa, fiance.
It's tough out there, bro. It's tough
no,
out
look,
there,
I think the lesson here is really just to really ask yourself the why before you do anything, before you spend anything. Really look at your situation, your financial situation. What are some of the must-dos right now before you say, listen, because let's be honest, like going about emotional shopping, it's not the greatest thing
dangerous.
to do in the world.
It is very dangerous.
You know?
Listen, if you take care of some of the money is owed, maybe take a bit of pressure off, you can still feel good about that. There is a kind of therapy in there. Understanding, I think, crucially, our spending psychology can then lead, as you said, to better financial choices and a healthier relationship with money. And that's ultimately what we want. And with Abster, your story does matter, and it's never too late to gain control over your finances.
Absolutely. Now, to discover how Absa can support your financial journey, make your way over to visit absa.co.za.
There are stories of creators, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. Absa.
Now, please, if you would be upstanding, because you've got to stand up for something, okay? And we stand up for the hard yards. Get ready to roll up your sleeves for another episode of Handy Heroes. Yes, we're not alone in our DIY projects. Today, we've got the experts from Shaves Bluff in KZN. They're back with some great DIY tips, and I would imagine some brilliant painting hacks to make that next DIY project a breeze.
Powered by Plascon, today's handy hero comes from Shaves Bluff in KZN.
This is our Shaves Bluff store, located on 142 Archery Road, just off the M7, which is quite a very busy highway, easy accessible as well. We cover a wide variety of customers, so whether you're a homeowner, whether you're a contractor, whether you're a maintenance manager looking after a complex or a building site, Shaves together with Plascon will have everything that you need right here at the store. I think because of where we're situated, this store would be the best hardware store from a paint point of view, from a price point of view, and the excellent service, knowledgeable staff that we have here as well. So when people walk in, they never walk out with anything that they didn't come in for. This would make the best store to buy Plascon products from us because of our price, our stock availability, and our turnaround time as well. The Plascon brand sort of speaks for itself. It's been around for many, many years. They make good quality products, longevity in the products, and we have confidence when we're selling the product as well. Okay, my favorite Plascon product is the Plascon Professional Low Sheen. It has excellent durability, excellent dirt resistance, and it's an internal and external product that can be used on walls, and we can tint any color that you need as well. My DIY tip would be, especially when it comes to choosing colors, Plascon do have tester pots available, which are 250 ml tester pots. Purchase a tester pot, put the color on the wall, look at it during the day, look at it at night, get a true feel of what the color is, and just makes your decision a little easier.
Today's Handy Heroes is powered by Plascon Wall and All. Unmatched dirt, stain, water and fade resistance to keep your walls beautiful for years. Plascon, together we've got this.
It's our pleasure sorting out with your next DIY project, making sure it goes absolutely flawlessly. We're going to take a very quick break. When we come back, we want to see this young man in action once again. Young Rylan is still here, and he's got another performance of note heading your way in just a bit.
Oh, I can't wait for it. He's so incredibly talented. And another young gent that's just as talented as this guy right here. Jam Jam, the comedian, is in the building. And we saw each other quite a bit now because Jam Jam also joins me on my radio show on a Saturday. And now you get to show us about the wait being over. I'm excited about this. 6 to 9 November. We'll give you all those details after this short break.
Win a Toyota Corolla Cross 1.8 XS Hybrid with Plascon's 2025 Hybridity Color Forecast Competition. Spend 500 Rand or more on any Plascon products. WhatsApp your receipt, name and ID to this number. T's and C's apply.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso on S3. Thank you, family, for joining us, because right now we're about to get into some good things, okay? He is hilarious, and his name is Kanyisa Jam Jam. He's an award-winning comedian who's just returned from a sold-out UK tour. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Yes, we can, because he's that funny. Known for his sharp insights and also just down-to-earth humor, Jam Jam will soon be lighting up the stage right here in the Mother City with his new show called Sorry for the Wait. Now, it's going to be running from the 6th to the 9th of November at the Artscape Theatre. Such an exciting thing. He also has a podcast, I heard.
Also has a podcast called Same Same, and he teamed up with fellow comedian Salatiwe Mdludlu. But we got to say, Jam Jam in the house. Good morning, my friend.
Yeah, finally.
There we go.
Yeah.
You know what I love? Like this man, he comes, he's so quiet, he's like,
Chilled.
but when the cameras roll and everything is like
action. Well, as soon as it's
You're
1, 2,
ready.
3 action, we're ready to go, man.
Good to have you, my friend.
No, thank you for having me, man.
Sure,
It's an honor
listen.
being here.
Jam Jam, you've been doing a lot this year. 2024 has been good to you because you put in the work, right?
Yeah.
And in September, you just came back from a sold-out UK tour. How was that?
It was amazing, man. It was nice to connect with other South Africans. There was a lot of South Africans that side in the UK. So, yeah, I'd initially signed up to do the Camden Fringe Festival. And, yeah, we did so well. We were able to add more shows. So I ended up doing Manchester as well. Has a big South African contingent there. And then did another show in London, and then just stayed around and did comedy. So, yeah, it wasn't even something I'd thought would happen so soon in my career. Because, I mean, this is my fifth year in comedy.
Sure.
Wow.
So to go and do a tour and then for it to be sold out was amazing.
look,
It's
5th
great.
year, like you said, but we know all the years of work before that, you know, that to get you where you are. It's been a journey, it's been a road, but it must be nice to be sharing your talent on international stages like that.
to come
albeit South African audiences, but I'm sure the Londoners appreciate you as well.
to come from like some of these dingy pubs that we used to performing in Cape Town to selling out a theatre in London is
It's a shift.
Yeah, it's a shift, and yeah, the hard work, like you said, there's a lot of hard work that went in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, to bring something to South Africans that side, and to even have internationals in the crowd as well at the shows was amazing. So yeah, I'll definitely be looking to go back there
Well,
again.
speaking of, how did they actually receive your humor? Because sometimes with comedians from certain parts of the world, people find you funny in your place that you come from.
Yeah.
But now when you travel, does it translate the same?
There's certain things that you have to change, and then there's certain like references that you might have to change depending on where you're at. But yeah, it wasn't the hardest. It wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. But also, I went to the comedy clubs in London and did comedy there. So then I figured out there how I can make my show more international, more appealing to those audiences. So I did a bit of open mics and whatnot that side to just
to feel it out.
Yeah, just to feel out how their system works and how their rhythm, because there's always a different rhythm for according to each country.
Yeah,
So,
and also I think the responsibility lies on the comedian's shoulders, you know, to also immerse himself into what is happening in their spaces, you know, where they are. Although you are, you know, performing for South Africans, you got to know this is a different vibe. People talk different, people live different.
Yeah.
And this is something that you need to keep in mind, which I commend you for.
Yeah.
Listen, before we chat about your new comedy show at the Artscape, chat to me about this podcast, man, because I know podcasting nowadays, it is growing with leaps and bounds, my friend. And you've teamed up with a fellow comedian.
Yeah, everyone's doing a podcast now, so we're just adding.
You're just adding.
Yeah, we're adding another.
What makes it different?
It makes it different. So the interesting thing about this podcast, me and Salatiwe started comedy at the same time, but then he sort of veered off and took a break, whereas I had this sort of rise in comedy. So like we reconnected recently, and now we're just sharing the sort of what happened. We're going back and discussing those for like what happened. Why did he go this way, then I went that way? But the biggest thing is that we ended up reconnecting now, and yeah, we're just gonna sort of unpack our journeys and how they went these two different paths, and now how they're back together again. So yeah.
So it's called Same Same.
Same, but different.
podcast. Yeah.
Same, but different. I love this. And I mean, it speaks to the journey of anybody, really, how it kind of ebbs and flows, but we all have success in our own right.
Yes.
Now, speaking about success, 6 to 9 November, Artscape Theatre. Sorry for the wait. Tell us more about this.
Oh, man, this show, I've been working on this show for almost a year and a bit. And yeah, now I think it's finally ready to go to a theatre. So I've been doing it at different venues around the country. Did it in Durban, National Arts Festival, Joburg, Bloemfontein, East London. But now, because I'm a Cape Town comic and this is the city that gave me my opportunity, I wanted to do it proper and do it at a theatre. So I decided, let me book the Artscape Theatre and do a theatre run. And
nice.
Yeah, do a proper venue.
Are there still tickets?
Yeah, there are tickets still
Okay,
available,
good.
so people must go buy tickets. No freebies, just go go to web ticket. Yeah,
Unless we want to come.
yeah.
Sort
You
us
guys,
out at
man,
least.
yeah, one or two maybe, but like, yeah, the tickets are still available on web tickets, and yeah, they're selling quite well.
Just quickly before we go, what can you tell us about the show? What can people expect for those who haven't seen the show yet? Sorry about the wait.
It's just a personal journey, and it's showcasing my life from literally high school and arriving in Cape Town in 2010, and all the sort of nonsense that has happened in my life in between being in Cape Town, being at UCT studying, and then this comedy journey, and a lot of stuff I deal with, issues like anxiety, depression.
Sure.
There's a lot that's
I love it.
Having family issues, daddy issues, it's all in there. There's a
Yo.
lot. Yeah.
So you throw yourself open.
Yeah. It's my first special, so
You
I
must.
wanted people to know who I am
Yeah.
through the special. So
Nice.
if you watch the special, if you come, you will literally leave understanding who I am, and you'll have a better idea of who I am and
I like that. And also walk out of there with a couple of lessons for yourself in your own life. for
Right.
sure.
Yeah,
Jam, thanks,
the goal.
dude.
Thank you, Jam
Thank
Jam.
you guys for having me, man.
And let me tell you one thing. I've seen this man perform on a smaller stage before, and he blew my socks off, and I've been obsessed with him ever since. So please do get your tickets. Web tickets is where it's at. It's this week, 6 to 9 November, out at the Artscape. Thank you, Jam Jam.
Thank you.
First of all, Carissa, did you just say blew my socks off to return like 98 years old this morning? Very, very sweet. Well, seeing as Jam Jam's going to take us there with all this emotional turmoil, we need a soundtrack to take us there as well. And since Rylan performed first this morning, I would imagine everyone has their top 5 list of songs they would like to hear him perform because his voice can do anything. Well, right now, this is an absolute standard, and I think you're going to love it. Performing tomorrow from the Annie movie, it's Rylan Lemon Taste. Take it away, buddy.
The sun will come out tomorrow, but your bottom dollar there. Tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none. When I'm stuck with a day that's gray and lonely, I just carve my chin and grin and sigh. The sun will come out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come what may,
Come on!
Oh, my goodness. Buddy, I've got to ask you.
Dude, so
you,
good.
you have a very rare talent, and I'm not going to keep pouring that on you because I think you know where you're at and you know what you're playing with here. But how did that feel?
It felt really good, and I was really excited to perform this song.
Oh, buddy, you are phenomenal. You
Thank
are
you.
really, and just such a lovely young man as well, dude. We absolutely love you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
And thank you for that reminder. The sun will come out tomorrow, even though it's
will.
storming right here in the mother city.
We'll
Thank
see
you,
you
Ryan.
in just a moment. If you're a singer, we've got an opportunity like no other. If you want to kick down the doors, smash through the ceiling, everything that he's doing, we'll show you how you can do that. The time for busking could be coming to an end, but that's where we're going to jump off. We'll see you now.
There are stories of believers, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
Welcome back as we continue to be inspired by the groundswell of creative talent around us. Even the heavens are blessing us. You can hear the rain falling on our studio roof. There is providence going on right now. Now, the Cape Town Arts Festival, in partnership with the Arriva Arts Foundation, is thrilled to announce the third edition of the very successful Beyond Busking project. And it is exactly what it says it is. And here to tell us a little bit more about it is Yusuf Hanif, the CEO of Cape Town Arts Festival, and busking musicians Tami Baba and Vernon White. Let's give them a feel-good welcome. Get used to the applause. I know when you're out there busking, applause doesn't happen all that often. You've just got to take the change as it comes. Now, we know that busking is where it begins because you've got to pay your dues as a performer. But Yusuf, it does help to have a helping hand. Because my goodness, every street corner in Cape Town, we are seeing talent like nowhere else in the world. So for those that are uninitiated, tell us a bit more about this project. How did it all come about? Because it's proven its worth.
I was an artist as well. And I traveled from 2012 to 2019, 2020 until COVID happened. And like all other artists, we suffered. 50% of artists changed careers, and that included myself. I went back to the Cape Town Festival, and then I thought, what am I going to do as an artist? What can I do? And one night, I live out in Simonstown, and I saw this busker called Makawe, and he was sitting outside Fran's Cafe at about 7. It's winter night, and he's playing his guitar. There's no one, and I thought, wow, I had the technology. I could do online concerts abroad. I had a fan base. What about this guy? Yes. And that is where the seed was planted for Beyond Busking. Can I not take this guy from the streets outside of this cafe and put him on a big stage? And that is one of the purposes. But also another one is to change the perception of busking. in South Africa. You know, buskers are seen like a second-grade cousin to a real musician. Whereas in Europe, you have the most amazing talent.
It's a vital rung in the ladder. It's absolutely important. Yeah.
Absolutely. Although we can understand the socioeconomic conditions in South Africa are slightly different, but I thought, let's just see, can we take a busker from nothing or next to nothing and put him on a big stage? And yes, we have succeeded, right? In 2022, we started and we got 2 buskers. One went to Spain through Arriva Arts Foundation's connections to music agencies and the network. And they had a beautiful performance for three months. And then another one, Tando, was picked up by Hannah V from Abbey Road Studios.
Wow.
And was produced, right? Which will be...
Because you never know, And I think maybe that's the allure of busking. Tommy, maybe I can put this to you, because you've got to pay your dues. We joke about it, but there is something about a musical industry where you're creating a tangible connection with your audience that can't just magically appear. You've got to grow that and build it up. What is it about the busking space that makes it so dynamic? What do you get out of performing in that space? Because it must be nerve-wracking setting up and just open. It's vulnerable to the world.
For me, I think when it comes to busking, I used to do busking when I was young because I used to be a dancer, right? So I mean, having that that platform gave me so much of strength to, because obviously when it comes to art, people take art as a nothing. I mean, if even your parents are like, oh, that thing.
It's not a real job. It's not a real job, yeah.
So, but when I came to Cape Town, I kind of like moved to a point where I sing for the audiences. Sometimes I'll be invited to perform, not for money, sometimes, because you also have to expose yourself. That's what they call it.
It's the trade.
So for me, that was the busking that I was doing, because obviously I didn't go on when I was here. I didn't do it on the street. But then it's like different events, like in church or ever, like people's birthday, where they ask you to sing, and then they'll give you like a thank you note.
Yeah.
So for me to have that connection with the audience, like every now and again telling you that, wow, why can't you record? Why can't you do that? But it's
well, sometimes you just need someone else to connect the dots. Vernon, because you're always hoping that the right person's going to see you at the right time. When you get a platform like this, when you get put on the big stage, when you get to work with other musicians who are on the same path that you, how much of a difference does that make? What does it mean to you to be a part of this program?
Yes, this program was a huge stepping stone for me. And I wouldn't have been able to record a song because the funding wasn't there, but this program sponsored us with so much. And the best of it all was the tutors that they provided for us.
See, the mentoring.
And I think there is so much talent in South Africa, in Cape Town. Let's speak just about Cape Town. There's so much raw talent in Cape Town, beautiful talent. But all this young people, they are all just looking for opportunity like this that was presented to us, you know, because we have to face it that the music is an expensive game when you want to record and all that. But no, I have to say thank you for the platform that was provided for us.
Well, and well done, and thank you for embracing it, because I think that is also another notion that you forget how hard you have to work on your tool, on your voice, on your performance ability.
Yes.
When do auditions, very quickly, when do they happen? How can people plug into this moving forward?
Auditions are tomorrow at the Castle of Good Hope from 9 till 3 p.m. But we've already booked, and there's been hundreds of applications.
No doubt.
So, and it's all set up. So we're ready to roll from tomorrow, and then the program starts on the 12th of November until next year.
Look, I'm sure we'll be connecting a lot as the time progresses. Enjoy the opportunity once again. And as I said, thank you and well done for embracing the opportunity. We are going to see them perform on the biggest stage in front of over 1 million people probably this morning. So talk about getting the job done. Absolutely love this. We'll keep all of the details on how you can plug into this moving forward. Maybe if not for this year, for the next one. And that'll be all up on our social media platforms. And once again, to the three of you, thank you so much. Cannot wait to hear you perform.
Thank you very much, Graham.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Graham. On the dot, 8 o'clock right now. Let's get a last round of your major news stories going into Monday morning. Starting off with your national news with load shedding suspended since March. Eskom has saved 13.7 billion rand in diesel costs year on year. Now, the utility credits its generation recovery plan investments for maintaining a stable power supply, driving efficiency and achieving significant diesel savings. Now, Eskom's summer outlook for September 2024 to March 2025 forecasts a load-shedding free period thanks to generation improvements. However, Eskom still faces network overloading in some areas, and that is due to illegal connections, vandalism, meter tampering, unauthorized network operations, equipment theft, and electricity purchases from unlicensed vendors. And an 11-year-old girl has died after reportedly buying food from a local spaza shop in Alexandra. Now, she was taken to Masakane Clinic after feeling unwell and was pronounced dead on arrival. Her mother and 4-year-old sister are in critical condition at Edenvale Hospital with chest and stomach pains. The shop has been closed and the owners are untraceable. Community members plan to meet the property owner tomorrow, while other shops in the area have also closed. Gauteng police have formed a team to investigate potential food contamination. Making international news headlines this morning, voters in Botswana have rejected the long governing party in a significant political shift. The Botswana Democratic Party, in power since independence in 1966, will be replaced by the Umbrella for Democratic Change, or UDC. President Mokgweetsi Masisi conceded defeat in a call to UDC leader Duma Boko and urged his supporters to support the new government. The 54-year-old Boko, a highly trained human rights lawyer educated at Harvard, embodies confidence and humility. His victory at the third attempt reflects his determined ambition and commitment to leading Botswana into a new era. And voters in the US go to the polls tomorrow to elect their next president. Initially a rematch of 2020, the election was upended in July when President Joe Biden ended his campaign and endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris. Now, Harris has maintained a small lead over Trump in national polling averages since entering the race. With 75 million early ballots cast, the country and the world may face a tense wait to see if Harris will make history or if Trump will return to power. And we'll end off your news headlines with this one. Just as Halloween faded into the rear view, Mariah Carey, the undisputed queen of Christmas, was right on cue with her festive cheer on Friday, which was November the 1st. What she did was she lit up Instagram with her annual It's Time video, and this time with a playful twist. Mariah, channeling Morticia Adams, emerged on a stormy night dressed in a sleek black gown with Gomez by her side. They spun through a haunting tango until she pushed him aside, flinging October's last page into the wind. And then, with a magical, as you can hear it flourish, she revealed her iconic red and white Santa jumper. It's time, she trilled as the snow swirled, and all I want for Christmas is you fill the air. So there we have it. I think it's safe to say Christmas season has officially begun, thanks to Mariah. That's where we leave your news headlines for your Monday morning. Let's quickly take a last look at those sporting headlines with Graham.
Oh, a little mini Christmas present for some. Man City's unbeaten run ended, believe it or not, as Bournemouth shocked the champions with a 2-1 win yesterday, marking City's first Premier League loss since December last year. So Arsenal's title chase also faltering, losing 1-0 to Newcastle. That was after Alexander Isak's early header. An injury hit. Arsenal now has only 1 point from their last 3 games. Capitalising, Liverpool rallied from behind to beat Brighton 2-1. Cody Gakpo and Mohamed Salah there scoring. And under new manager Arne Slot, Liverpool moving 2 points clear at the top of the table with 8 wins in their last 10 games. Now let's bring it back home for the Knockout Cup quarterfinals, and they delivered high drama as PSL teams fought for those semi-final berths. So Richards Bay, they clinched a spot after a nervy 5-4 penalty shootout win over Cape Town City FC, following a goalless draw in that match. Then Mamelodi Sundowns showed their class, dominating Kaizer Chiefs 4-0, and in fact prompting an apology from their new coach, Nazruddin Nabi, amid some expected fan outrage. Then yesterday's action saw PSL newcomers Magesi defeating last year's Giant Slayers, TS Galaxy 1-0, with a crucial save there from Elvis Chipese making the difference. Then Marumo Gallants, they also secured a hard-fought semi-final berth, edging out Stellenbosch 1-0. Now, speaking of edging out, let's turn to international rugby, and the All Blacks, they triumphed over England 24-22 in a thrilling encounter at Twickenham on Saturday. So with England leading 22-14 with just 13 minutes remaining, replacement fly half Damian McKenzie and wing Mark Talia's second try, turning the match around, giving the All Blacks the narrow 2-point lead. Compounding their misery, England's George Ford, who narrowly missed a penalty kick moments earlier, failed to convert a last-minute drop goal that could have secured the victory. This loss marking another frustrating setback for England, as Steve Borthwick's side has struggled with some close defeats against the All Blacks, including losses 16-15 and 24-17 in New Zealand in July. Now, he had the narrowest of opportunities to do it, and he did. Max Verstappen clinched victory in a chaotic, rain-soaked Brazilian Grand Prix yesterday, bouncing back from 17th on the grid to bolster his pursuit of now a 4th consecutive world title. So the Red Bull driver finished ahead of Alpine teammates as places remaining in the season. It's going to be all but impossible to beat him at this point, but what a race. And that's where we leave our sport for this morning. Let's get one last update on the roads.
Thank you so much, Gray. Let's head into your roads for the final time today. And we start in Gauteng in Randburg, where there's been a collision on Jan Smuts Avenue towards Randburg. Now, emergency services are yet to arrive on the scene, so do avoid the area as wreckage of the incident could actually turn hazardous. Now, sticking in Gauteng, we move over to Pretoria, where back-to-back traffic on the N4 westbound between Watermeyer Street and Proefplaas interchange are resulting in heavy delays. To use an alternate route if possible and avoid congestion and exercise caution when passing through. Now we move over to the wet and cold mother city out in Athlone. There are minor delays that are expected as a result of congestion along the N2 inbound at Jakes Gerwel Drive. Roads are wet, so be sure to maintain a safe following distance and keep that road rage down by keeping the playlist loud and busy. I'd personally recommend some Beyonce, but that's where I'll leave it. Let's head into your weather from your roads. The South African Weather Service has issued multiple weather warnings for today, including unexpected snow alongside heat wave conditions across much of the country. Now, a level 4 warning alerts of thunderstorms and heavy rain causing disruption in parts of the Eastern Cape as well as KwaZulu-Natal, while a yellow level 2 warning signals disruptive snow for the Eastern Cape. Extremely high fire danger conditions are forecasted for areas of the Northern Cape, the Northwest, the Free State, Gauteng, as well as Limpopo's Western Bushveld. Meanwhile, a heat wave persists across Northwest, Free State, KwaZulu-Natal, Gauteng, Mpumalanga, and Limpopo. For more information and for all those details on your weather, do go ahead and visit the South African Weather Service website. And for the moment you've been waiting for, our final sunrise view of the hour from Samson out in Atlantis. From Atlantis to Durban, it's just been looking so beautiful across the South Africa today. Absolutely love the clouds, not looking like they're carrying too much rain, but definitely the hope of a beautiful day for the rest of your Monday. Remember to continue sharing your morning views with us. We still have the whole week to get through on 0634088863 as we look at your temperatures for the final time today.
The weather is a little bit all over the place for this Monday, but nonetheless, summer's here and the Christmas and festive season with it. Can you believe it? Now, we have just under an hour left with you on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Right now, Panda Pusher play Daily Lotto for an estimated 550,000 Rand jackpot today, this Monday, and you could win big. So what you can do is you can buy your tickets now in store on the website nationallottery.co.za, the mobile app, cell phone banking, or if you want to enter via USSD, you can dial *120 *7529 #. Lots of ways for you to get into the race for that money, but we also did your favor, and all those details are on our Expresso social media pages, so go check them out right now. Play Daily Lotto for an estimated 550,000 Rand jackpot today for your chance to win a big payday.
All I'm saying is that I love you and sitting on that couch telling you about the lotto. I feel like a winner already just looking at that.
Yeah, I know. I feel like maybe you need to come with the prize. A little snack there on the couch.
He is the prize. Ewan is the prize. Well, listen, we've got many more prizes in studio coming your way. Tommy Baba is still here. I mean, you heard a chat with Graham earlier, and you know that we're in for such a fantastic performance in terms of busking. It's called Ngle, and I can't wait to see what that's about.
Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, cannot wait for that plug-in. Likewise, to see JP Sebastian, just a little terrified. Conclave is the name. Yep, that poster kind of gives us an idea. Yeah, it's going to be terrifying. Well, I hope so. But JP seemed a little shooketh, which speaks volumes. We'll plug into his big brain in just a moment. Stick around.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. As yes, I'm sure it dawns on you that everyone else in this country can sing except us. I don't know what happened. I think
Speak for
Ewan could
yourself,
probably
Greg.
even sing. He probably was in a boys' choir or something. But it doesn't stop us from trying,
Yeah.
okay? So don't put me on a singing show, okay? But if I had to perform one song to the crowd, it would probably be, well, any Linkin Park song because I can
That's a
scream
good
it.
one.
You see, because you can belt it out there. We got into the rationale of having something that's kind of an anthem that other people can join
sing along.
in is very,
Hide
very
your
important.
voice along with theirs. Beautiful. And we've asked you to let us know what yours is via voice note or message on 0634088863 or across our socials.
I like this. Bocello saying the song that I would sing to wow the crowd is The Crossing by Johnny Clegg. Oh, it is beautiful. I don't think I would even try to butcher a Johnny
Not Johnny.
Clegg
I
on-
wouldn't touch on Johnny.
But that's it's such an emotional song for me. I absolutely love it. Cindy Miani saying my favorite song, Nomcebo,
Come on,
Jerusalem. I heard it on the radio the other day and I got straight back into that
Right.
COVID space of like, we couldn't go outdoors. So that song took us outdoors.
It
It
did.
took us across the world, man.
Absolutely incredible. Well, let's see what Mark Gavin has to say. Engelbert Humperdinck, The Last Waltz. How does that one go, Greg?
I don't think it's going to roll off the tongue necessarily, but you say that. Engelbert Humperdinck probably has more fans in South Africa than any other artist. He sells out, man. Cocoletto, man,
kind of
I feel
girl.
like a woman by Shania Twain. And that's nice because it works both ways. It creates a bit of an innuendo if you sing it as a man, if you're a woman, or the other woman
Come
will sing
on.
along with you. I absolutely love it. Please keep them coming. 063-408-8863. Please be brave enough to sing it, if you will, because
sing
we'd
a
love to put your voice out there. No, why I'm thinking of that is because we are sitting on a hotbed of talent
We
in this
are,
country.
100%. And we've got some of them in our midst today. Can you imagine? Absolutely can't wait to get into this wonderful song called Mhle, and it's by Tami Baba. We have to say, take it away and give you a couple of claps.
Udaliwa uzitalanga, uphethwa uziphetanga, uboma ibo bakho, lo mzimba ingowakho, ungumntana awunalungelo, ungumfazi awunasihlalo, uyintombi yangasabelo. Ngoba impilo eyamandulo sithi ngendanontombi sehlulekile asenza nto sithi ngendanontombi sehlulekile asenza nto awunangasokwetyuwendala awuseleko kwamanzi amdaka uhle bakho bulahlekile nobumnandi buphelile oyindlovukazi oyintyatyambo oyimbokotho thatha indawo yakho asenza nto usisiqalo sobomi umthundezi wempilo mfudumalo yekhaya ulilanga lesizwe sithi ngendanontombi sehlulekile asenza nto sithi Budumu buntombi bakho qokelela isitima sakho
Tommy, we love you. Absolutely
Nicely
exquisite. I love the notion. I mean, and Vernon will be coming up in a moment. These are busking artists that you could be walking down the street here and hear that.
You don't know.
JP should have been paying attention to Expresso.
Exactly, man. So hit our socials if you want to see how you can, as a busking artist, plug into the kind of opportunities that Tommy and Vernon are. But right now, I need to ask you a very important question, okay? Conclave.
Yo,
exactly.
Okay.
Your is the emphatic term. I think she said it perfectly for you.
Oh, my
goodness me, I don't know what to expect, but JP will tell us exactly what we can expect. Hopefully you give us a couple of surprises as well. Who knows? Because movies like that, we know all too well.
I'll be unreadable.
It's going to give us a fright.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yeah, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso right on S3.
It is.
We are just talking about what to expect from this next movie. JP...
Which is out already, by the way.
Which is out already, by the way. But JP seems very intrigued and excited.
What?
And still in one piece after this movie.
Is there anything you know about it? Because you seem sort of like,
No, I've just, you know what? I do enjoy these type of movies.
Same. This is like up my avenue, you know?
Yes.
I love it.
Conclave. There we have it. The poster tells you a little bit.
Ray Fiennes should be enough for you. I feel like Ray Fiennes is a name that we should be mentioning as easily as we do. We go, oh, Daniel Day-Lewis, one of the greats, and he is. But man, Ray Fiennes is such an incredible actor. You've got 3 Oscar-nominated actors in here, by the way. And this definitely looks like the kind of movie that's designed to be an Oscar grabber next year. Ray Fiennes, you've got Stanley Tucci, who is incredible.
I love him.
What an amazing man. What a beautiful voice that man has. John Lithgow as well. And they're sort of the unknown actors here as well, who you're going to be like, that dude just ate a scene and I don't know who he is. Wow, geez, I just got into my assessment already. Hey, go watch this movie. So if you need any more convincing, let's have a look at a clip from Conclave, which is already out. Go watch it.
Father Bellini. Aldo.
Am I the last?
Not quite. How are you?
Oh, well, you know, fairly dreadful. Have you seen the papers? Apparently it's already decided it's to be me.
And I happen to agree with them.
What if I don't want it? No sane man would want the papacy.
Some of our colleagues seem to want it.
What if I know in my heart that I am not worthy?
You are more worthy than any of us.
I'm not.
Well, then tell your supporters not to vote for you, to pass the chalice.
And let it go to him? And I could never live with myself.
That was enough for me. Like, take my money. That looks really good.
And it's the kind of thing where, like, the script it's really enthralling and it's really like captivating and all that, fancy adjectives. But just having that acting cast itself, you could have them talk about potatoes for 2 hours. And
but that's it. You can immediately and very quickly tell when a movie has weight. And you feel it when you watch just a little clip like that. And it's got a weight to it.
The opening shot, because just so you know, a conclave, man, I'm a lapsed Catholic, so don't listen to JP on this, but is when basically the Super Saiyan of Catholic cardinals from all over the world.
The Super Saiyan.
The cream of the crop.
That's a great way to put it, though.
The top cardinals from all over gather together to have an election for the next pope, because in this movie, it passes under circumstances which I won't say are dubious, but are pretty sudden. And so right from the get-go, the camera shot is just the back of Ray Fiennes, and it's this trudging man who you can feel he's on a mission. You can feel the tension in his hand as he clenches his briefcase. He knows he's going to make some tough decisions. He knows he's going to run into the politics and the dynamics of the who's who and who's too ambitious to do what and all that kind of stuff. And it becomes his job. It falls to him. He was right-hand man to the highest man for God on earth in the Catholic religion. And what's beautiful is that it starts off with they all gather around the bed and they have a prayer, of course, for the departed. And he just starts crying. And he's like distracted by like the fact that there's a reading book and spectacles right there. This happens so fresh, like the book is almost still warm. And so there are these beautiful tensions between how amazing the ceremony of it all is, because, by the way, this is all deeply researched. It actually is the case that after the Pope dies, his apartment that he was living in, they wrap it off in a red ribbon, they put a wax seal on there, no one is to enter. The ring, they chip it off his finger, it's called the fisherman's ring, and they destroy it right there next to the body, and so there's huge amounts of ceremony. But ceremony, like, becomes this iceberg almost in the way of A, the guy mourning, someone who was precious to him, and B, asking hard questions of like, wait, why are we just like, oh, we're green, let's go ahead for the election. What else is cooking underneath the surface? Surely I've got to know, was there a scandal? Was someone possibly involved and implicated in this? And so as more and more of these cardinals start coming, a mystery cardinal somehow shows up as well. A guy who the Pope said, you're a cardinal, by the way, and you're going to be a cardinal in this country, which I'm not going to spoil too much.
Yeah.
But it's got all sorts of drama and those sort of crazy stickinesses behind him. One's a complete fascist, like a nominee. He's like, no, that should only be delivered in one language, Latin. And, this idea about gay people and that idea about these people, and it's a flagrant racist, basically, about the possibility of an African cardinal. And then another one has his own sticky past. I don't want to spoil too much. But
you've given us a lot, and it sounds amazing.
And even then, it still becomes a rabbit hole. I've not told you anything. It's if you're into detective kind of stuff. If you're into, like we were talking about Magpie earlier, that scandal, like who's who? What's the motivation behind this dude? Is this guy being honest about this and whatever? Then it's great for that sort of juiciness, but it also is really compelling. Like I said, even for myself as someone who's lapsed, I've not been to church in far too long. Please, I'll take confessional from anyone at this point. Then it's really got a sermon that was for me. I was like, man, that hit the spot. That was really deep.
Wow.
Talking about doubt and how doubt is something that people who were raised Catholic like myself, you deal with at like really deep levels, and it gets sort of semi-profound about this. It doesn't get necessarily too lost in the woods on the complexity of the whole thing, because it is still just this detective kind of story. Don't worry, it's not a straight-up murder mystery. It's mostly just about the motivations of the nominees, etc., etc. But I don't know why I'm saying all that when I could just tell you Ray Fiennes, Stanley Tucci, John
That's
Lithgow.
enough, right? You've said so much about this movie. Do you have anything bad to say? Was this like a 10 out of 10 popcorn rating?
So, I mean, in terms of scandals, and by the way, there's another one that the Vatican's just hit recently. It's like barely in the news, is that there's been a phone hacking scandal involved with them and a relationship with Israel. I'm not the professional on that. You go read the news yourself. So there are plenty of other scandals we could talk about, including the protection of pedophiles and the trafficking of pedophiles. And they only barely touch on that. It's not that they're spineless to talk about it. It's just that there is a lot to talk about. Already there's a lot to chew on. But fascinating, really enthralling, really suspenseful. This movie suffocates you throughout.
Wow.
And I think you only see the sky twice. And in real life, the conclave is such that the windows are shuttered in. But whatever, look for yourself. Let's have another look at Conclave, already out, and I highly recommend. Here it is.
You should be careful, Thomas. Your own ambition has not gone unnoticed. This might be seen as a tactic to blacken the name of a rival.
Well, that's a despicable accusation.
Is it? I wonder. if you really are so very reluctant to have the chalice passed to you. I shall pretend this conversation never took place.
It's intense. It's intense. I can understand what you mean by it's going to keep you here.
Like, it feels like there's no oxygen in
Yeah.
the room in anything you're watching in this. And it's
Ooh,
mostly
that's good,
mostly
yeah.
down to just like seeing two forces like that. You put two actors head to head. Like I said, they could talk about, I mean, whatever they're like, serviettes for 2 hours. And you'd be like, oh my gosh,
so
people wipe
thrilling.
their hands with these.
You were saying that you let out a couple of yo moments.
Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, like I'm reclining in I'm enjoying it. So like I'm chilling. And at one point there's a reveal that made my Cape Townness come out. I went, yo. So prepare yourself. It's out already. And heck, the amount of heck is the word I can use there, not the other H word. The amount of suspense in this movie is fully deserving of a number. I'm sure you want to hear.
Give us
10 out of 10?
Gives it 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Like I said, it could have gotten so much more rich about the scandals that we really have to talk about
Yeah.
in very hard terms. We were mentioning Spotlight earlier, which was an
Right.
excellent movie as well. But you can't go wrong here, and it's definitely one of these movies that's going to get 3 Oscar nominees who have not won one thing, any of these guys.
Right.
At least 1 Oscar next year, I'm sure. I can't say for who, though.
All right. JP, thank you
Out
very
already.
much.
Not to miss.
8 out of 10 out already, so go and watch it and see for yourself.
Incredible.
Oh, thank you so much, JP. Well, courtesy of Faith and Gwenia's delicious sliders, we've got the perfect reason to create a gorgeous drink, and we're going to try our hand at a mango and peach and crisp apple sorbet float. Wrap your head and your mouth around that. Going to be exquisite and delicious. Then, of course, we need a reason to go cheers in the morning, and Zoe Brown and her beautiful hubby, Robbie, they have given us not one but 2 reasons to cheer. Yes, they are expecting twins, and we're going to get the latest in Carissa's entertainment updates. I'm going to say potentially one of about 1,000 cheers that have found their way to that beautiful couple. Cheers to you and the new ones on the way. We'll have a chat after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. You came at a good time if you just tuned in, because we get into entertainment. And you know we've got you covered with everything to do with news in South Africa and around the world. We got to take a look at the latest making headlines. And I'm pretty sure all of you went on Instagram and saw Halloween is alive and well in South Africa.
Yeah.
A surprising thing, right? But it's catching on quite quickly.
Yeah, I think people
Nick?
love, well, because of the gram, people love getting their kids
Dressed
up
up,
and
yes.
displaying them to the world. No, it's very cool, man, and the kids absolutely love it. So
I mean,
I'm
the
down with it.
adults just the same. There were so many local celebs and also just the regular folks like you and I that would really dress up. I personally went as Marilyn Monroe, but lots of people leaned into it.
Nice. You got the hair.
I can see.
I wore a blonde wig. I'm just letting you know. You can check it out on the gram. But there were definitely some great things in terms of paying homage to really big cultural moments that really reset things. Like Halle Berry, she was quite popular this year. Many people delved into the world of Halle. I mean, you had the gorgeous Hailey Bailey. Yes. I'm like, Hailey Bieber? That's not the right one. Hailey Bailey, yes, going as Halle Berry, bit of a tongue twister. And with a body like that, I'll say, sign me up.
If you can, do it, man.
Do it.
Just rock and roll,
come
man.
on. She looked absolutely stunning. We had many more coming that way as well. From the James Bond movie, Die Another Day, that was the cultural reference there. And then we also had Kylie Jenner. I don't know how you all feel about the Kardashians, but I'm a fan. So
yeah, man.
She went ahead and looked absolutely stunning, coming as Barbarella, which of course is a movie back in 1968 with Jane Fonda taking on the lead there. People go full out. They have photo shoots.
Man.
They don't even attend the parties.
But I like the fact that we're not just going off what's been popular this year. People are delving deep. People are going political. I've seen a few Donald Trumps.
Couple of Kamala Harris.
Dressing up. Yeah, I love that. I like to show some social commentary. I love that, man. Very
That's
cool.
hilarious. Well, speaking about Tyler, you did mention her earlier. She also came on through, and I love the Flintstone reference. Another Halle Berry reference to the seductive secretary Sharon Stone. Halle Berry portrayed in the 1994 movie of The Flintstones, and she was out there in bedrock looking absolutely stunning. I'm here for it.
So I really want to see what you look like, though.
Oh,
we do have a couple of pictures. We do. Look at that.
I was full on Marilyn Monroe.
Full on Marilyn.
Were you tempted to hang on to the blonde? Because
I liked it. That might be the next look.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
it's
the finger waves.
But I do like the little spicy red going on here. That's very cool. Yeah, but that,
Some call me
the
sexy
dress,
red.
everything. It works.
Thank you.
You know,
no need to change for the after party. Just rock
you know how many Marilyns I got as I was walking through? I literally felt like a celebrity.
I struggle with this, and I'll be honest.
Dressing up as Marilyn?
No, yes, dressing up as
Marilyn.
No, struggling as in dressing up. It's not something that I've only ever really dressed up once.
As who?
As come on,
Superman.
take a guess.
No, we were lucky enough to do cosplay on another level. Okay, I'm just always whenever I say anything, just waiting for a picture to pop up. No, that's the thing. I can get into that kind of thing, you know. And we did a professional outfit
I find it difficult to go out and think about getting excited about dressing up. I don't know. Am I broken?
He's just a boring old man.
Yeah.
There we go.
You've had your time. Let the rest of us shine. We were literally like in
Did
the
I have my
club,
time?
like
I
in the
don't know.
lounges, doing the most, and people loved it because there was maybe 2 of us dressed up, and they were like, "Hey, it's you." I said, "It's me."
Okay. All right, Marilyn.
It was fun.
Next story. Let's see. What do we have?
All right, let's move on from Marilyn. Okay, baby announcements have been all the rage lately, but we've been getting very excited about particular people. One of them being Zoe Brown, of course.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the beautiful Zoe and Robbie. And then, of course, we have Mishka Lush, who on the 31st of October, during an actual live broadcast on Good Up FM's Big Breakfast, because she, of course, does the news and traffic, she said, this is news of a different kind, and made the official announcement along with her husband, Donovan. They are expecting their first child.
Congrats, Mish.
Isn't that special? She even commented saying nearly 4 months into the pregnancy, Donovan and I are absolutely overjoyed and extremely excited. Our families have shared in the wonder of this amazing little gift every step of the way. Congrats to them. I'll just take you back to being first-time dads.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's before and after. There is before and after. And as much as you want to explain it to someone, until you've gone through that gateway, you just don't get it. And I would imagine I've had this conversation with our Zozo for about 1 million times.
Right.
In trying to prepare her for something that she did really want in her life.
And
so
now
this
that it's
news is the
happening?
best news ever.
Twin boys. It's so crazy to think that, yes, it's going to be a before and after, but in the biggest way. Because imagine having 2 at the same time.
It's going to be a busy little household, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy. Now, do you...
Oh, wow.
There we go.
That, to me, that's when generally the husband falls out fainting on the floor.
When you see the second one.
But just watching that dynamic of the two of them in this phase alone is going to be absolutely magical. But I have to admit something. So I was thinking to myself, I wonder when Zoe's going to pop back on the work radar, like when she's, and I'm thinking, I think something else is coming. And I've had a few of these moments with Zoe's life and like just tracking the rhythm. And I knew, man.
This is
I
it?
knew that she was going to have a lot of work to do, but not in a job. There was just something really, really
that's cool.
epic about this. Look at that, man.
Oh, I love that.
And I love the fact that Robbie used to be like the shyest non-social media guy ever.
And now he's
but he
on it.
gets man, 'cause we demand it. We demand it. Congratulations.
Very cool. Congratulations,
Oh, that is so
guys.
special.
That's
Congrats
very special.
to them, man. We definitely will have our eyes on your socials, Zoe, and I'm sure South Africa is definitely going to be along on the journey. Let's talk about another South African,
Yes.
Trevor Noah. Is he still South
Ooh.
African? I don't know. He's a global superstar. We'll claim him forever. Well, he recently appeared on Diary of a CEO, Stephen Bartlett's podcast, and spoke about the challenges faced while on The Daily Show. If you know, he has stepped down since, and much to all of our heartbreak, because we were like, Trevor, where are you going? He also has now started his own podcast, but he basically said that, you know, he received a lot of threats via email when he was part of the hosting. And also on the show's page, he would receive comments where people would tell him to go back to where he came from and call him names as well. And it really took a toll on his mental health. And I can imagine as men too, you know, now it's a conversation, but back then it wasn't always something that was raised.
It's still a fringe conversation because it's nice to talk about the notion, but when it's actually happening, to act out what we keep talking about and go and ask for the help when there's no one who can really help you and there's all these things, it still doesn't land.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's still not the safest place in the world for men to be vulnerable.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that he came forward and
Yeah,
said
look, I
something.
think it's always nice to kind of see our South Africans flourishing the way Trevor did and in that space. And from what we saw, massive success, but we hardly ever know what goes on behind the scenes. Buddy, I think you need to go and make us some drinks.
I need to bring some levity. I'm going to go
please
create
bring
a
us some
float.
levity.
I will see you now.
Thank you very
float
much.
away.
But again, I'm glad he opened up about, you know, what went down, so that because we know we are in this industry as well. We know that, you know, what people normally perceive is only but a little part of what actually goes on.
Yeah. They see the glory, but
well
not
done,
the
Trevor.
story.
Yeah. And we got to talk it. I mean, the conversations around mental health, specifically men's mental health as well, because we don't talk about it. We don't open up until it's oftentimes too late.
Right?
So yeah, Trevor. Thanks,
Good
bud.
on you. And to have somebody like Trevor Noah saying this really has opened up so much. And I hope you'll take that note from him as well and be okay with vulnerability. I think at the end of the day, that is what matters. Well, that's where we leave things on the entertainment desk front for today. But Wednesday, we'll catch you up once again. And in the meantime, you can catch us on Expresso Show. That is where you find us on the social streets to find out exactly the latest and the greatest when it comes to entertainment.
Oh, so much to celebrate. So let's create a celebratory drink. And this one packs a punch, not in that way, because it's still just about 8:30 in the morning. But it's got a lot of flavor and it's really fun and exciting to create. Perfect for this time of the year. Well, just like Faith, perfect for any time of the year. But I love this as a summer drink, a sparkling sorbet float with a homemade sorbet. Yep, we're going to do it ourselves. Made from crushed mango and peach, and a sparkling crisp apple topper. Treat that is bursting with fruity flavor and a little fizzy twist. Faith, I like this. You've been nodding your head, punctuating what I'm saying, because this is quite bougie and it's quite out there. I love this as a lighter option for a dessert.
Yes.
It is so cool, ticking all the boxes.
Also, when you're hosting, it's quite nice. It's refreshing, you know. And December is coming, summer. So, yeah.
We are feeling it. So when we say we are going to create our own sorbet, I get a little bit nervous. How do we do this?
It's so quick and easy. Okay, so let me show you. So you start with your lemon.
Okay.
Lemon juice, right? And then you add your honey. Then you can open this for us so long.
Beautiful.
Then you add your honey. Very quick, easy.
I love that.
Yeah. So you add
and
that.
Before I start a fire here,
Yes,
can I just pour it in?
You can.
Yay. So a little bit of sweet.
There
Obviously, you're
we
going to have
go.
natural sugars in the fruit, which is going to be quite tasty. So, but I like a little bit of sweet from the honey and a little bit of a zing. For me, a sorbet It's light, it's refreshing, it's almost a palate cleanser, but it's still got to deliver.
Yes.
It's still got to have the flavor.
Yes, it still needs to be like quite delicious. So then you're just gonna whisk that, right? And then when you're done, we're just gonna pour it in here.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Look at you.
So we're just gonna pour that. And you place this in the freezer for 4 hours, right? Also, just a tip, with your sorbet, if you don't want it to have like, you see how smooth that is, you just add like your corn syrup.
Oh,
and
wow.
then it comes out once when you blend it, then it's going to be quite smooth.
It's going to be absolutely smooth. So just a
Yes.
little bit of corn syrup does the magic. I love that. Okay, so we've got our base. 4 hours later, it pops out and we've got the most refreshing ice cubes and sorbet to go.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is, I'm going to try and...
Okay, well, you
There we
wrestle
go.
with these guys. Let's get into the real value proposition here. The crush is amazing. It's now available in, as you can see, the convenient cans, making it even easier to enjoy your favorite flavors on the go. And talk about a pick-me-up. Flavors that really do deliver. Perfect for picnics, for parties, just refreshing moments at home or on your way home. These cans fit seamlessly into your bag and into your lifestyle. And with two very exciting variants, we've got the still and the sparkling, because they know what we like. Crush offers something literally for everyone. Whether you prefer a smooth, fruity drink or maybe something that's a bit more bubbly, a refreshment, there is a Crush option to satisfy your thirst. Okay, we are at the
Now,
point.
We are almost there.
Okay.
Gonna see that.
Here we go.
Okay. Hope I'm using it
that click.
correct.
Oh, it wants to do it.
Quite tricky, but we're gonna get it right.
It's going to do it.
Okay, let's
Are you
see.
winning at life?
I'm trying to.
Plugged in, just got to do the double check.
Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna put it in a blender, right? And then you blend away, right? And
And then you get a
once that
beautiful,
is done,
smooth
you pour it
consistency.
in here, right? And let me show you the magic.
Absolutely
This
spectacular.
is the magic.
I'm going to grab that.
Yes.
What I love is that we have pre-frozen some fruit to go in there as well. And I like the selection of fruits. Obviously, blueberries just off the charts at the moment. Some gooseberries to add a bit more sour. Absolutely exquisite. Now, you can go kind of a number of directions courtesy of the sparkling or the still. So the still crush cans available in two delightful flavors. We've got the orange fusion, and then we've got the mango and peach, which we are putting to the test today. And while the sparkling cans come in very refreshing versions, cranberry, which I love the sound of, and then the crisp apple, which is a winner. Absolutely getting the zing off
Delicious.
That is
Delicious.
exquisite. Absolutely beautiful. It's
Cheers
refreshing.
with you.
Do you want to give that a burn one more time? Just
me-
see. Oh, it doesn't want to. It doesn't want to.
You know
Clearly,
what?
we are good enough as we are. We'll get there. We'll have to make now like 5 or 6 jugs of it for the rest of the studio team. I love the fact that you got drama. It's a piece of work, of art, literally going onto your table, and it delivers all the refreshing vibes of summer for me. Faith, you're an absolute genius. I love it.
I'm gonna
You're
cheers
going to have
with my
PTSD.
crush.
Yeah, I
There we
love
go.
the ching ching. And you want to try each variation. Before you go mixing, have a little bit of fun with each. They are delicious. Now, you can head over to expressoshow.com if you want to create for yourself. You can go and enjoy this refreshing mango, peach, and crisp apple sparkling sorbet floats for a burst of that fruity flavor and, yes, fizz. The perfect summer indulgence. Cheers. This is to you, Zoe.
Introducing new Clover Crush Cans, a refreshing selection of delicious fruit juice blends, now in a can, available in still and sparkling. Try new Crush Cans. Crush it real good.
Alrighty, we're gearing up for another performance. This man, we've been waiting for him. We're talking about it. Busking is not busking anymore. Look at this man, Vernon White, about to blow us away. My friend, the stage is yours on this Monday morning. Take it away.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
How are you doing, Champ? Ewan?
Carissa, how's your Monday going?
Absolutely fantastic, but I have a feeling it could get better.
Oh, it really could. All of our Mondays could get better if we ponder push to play Daily Lotto today. Why? Because 550,000 Rand is waiting for us in that jackpot. Just for us, guys. We could win big, but you got to buy your tickets. So go in-store with a smile on your face. Good karma. Go online, nationallottery.co.za with a smile in your mind's eye for good karma. You can use their mobile app, you can use cell phone banking, or you can go the old school dial *120 *7529# for the USSD.
My goodness, so many ways to win, and all these details are, of course, on our Expresso social media pages. So please go and check them out. Do us that one favor so that you can actually play and possibly win the Daily Lotto, which is sitting at an estimated 550,000 Rand jackpot today for your chance at a big payday.
But now the problem is you win, you're going to go emotional shop and you're going to do retail therapy. If you lose, you're going to go in emotional shop and do retail therapy. So good luck. Just maybe give some of your winnings to her.
Please.
Now, right now we are all winning, just like the music industry is winning with this particular platform.
Absolutely. We're talking about the Beyond Busking auditions, and we spoke earlier to the CEO of the Cape Town Arts Festival, Yusuf Hanif, joined by this morning Vernon White as well, who's going to perform for us in just a bit. But if you've just missed it earlier on, Yusuf, just to quickly give us a recap. Beyond Busking, I mean, what inspired this, and how do we get, you know, for musicians out there who's trying to step into that industry to be a part of this?
Musicians that are still interested can send their audio files, their bios to info@Cape Town Arts Festival or capetownfestival.org.za. And what inspired it is that we want to take buskers from the street to the stage. And it's as simple as that. And we've succeeded over the last 2 years. We do a lot of nurturing, a lot of training. And this is one of the examples of what came out of the Beyond Busking last year.
Fantastic. And you could maybe speak to the experience that you had. I mean, how did it help you from being a busker to, you know, look where we are right now? I mean, you're performing with us here on your Feel Good Breakfast show, but how has your life changed just by auditioning and being part of that process?
Yes, what I can say, music is my bread and butter at this moment. So that's how this whole program changed my life. You see, so, and this song that I am about to perform, this is the product and the fruit of this whole, let me say, operation.
Yeah.
So, all thanks to the Cape Town Arts Festival and Yusuf and his wife for organizing all of this.
Yeah. What is the song that you're going to be performing?
The song's name is Drill of Africa. I call it the anthem of Africa. I call it the gift of Africa.
The Gift of Africa.
Yes, it's the Drill of Africa.
We're going to hear that right now. So the 2024 Beyond Busking auditions will take place on the 5th of November. Is that correct, Yusuf?
That's correct, yeah.
At the Castle of Good Hope.
Yeah, that's
right. All right. So is there a limit to, or can as many people want to come through an audition as they want to?
Well, you can just send in whatever you want to your bio, your audios, your videos, whatever. We do a pre-selection.
Yeah.
Of course, we're looking for young people. You know, because that's our future, and that's our focus as well.
Fantastic. Yusuf, thank you very much for the hard work that you and your wife, as Vernon said, does, and appreciate you being here this morning as well. We're looking forward to hear the song. Should we give this man the stage, Yusuf?
Thank you.
I think so.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, Vernon White, here we go, live on your Feel Good Breakfast show.
Okay.
The journey still goes on. If you take away the if you take away the it's just sweet and sit some more, singing the message in the core. Africa, you Africa, we Africa, Africa. There is nothing we want more than the message in the core. Africa, you Africa, we Africa, Africa. There is nothing we want more than the message in the core. One vision, one song, Everyone must be free to have an education. Because I'm free, this is my obligation. Come on, people. Africa, Africa, we Africa, Africa. There is nothing we want more than the message in the book. Africa, Africa, we Africa, Africa. They're just written in some more than the message in the book. Africa, Africa, we Africa, Africa. There is nothing we want more than the message in the book. Africa, Africa, we Africa, Africa. There is nothing we want more than the message in the core. Oh, the message in the core. Oh, the message in the core. Thank you. Vernon White. Remember the name Vernon White. You'll see a lot of me.
I would imagine around game day we're going to see a lot of him.
Right.
Put it on TikTok. Do some kind of a challenge, please, before the next game. We
Yeah,
need
come on,
that
a little bit
to
of
happen.
a little bit of a dance to go with that.
Oh,
Graham, show us how to dance. Show us how to dance,
beautiful.
Graham.
And they cut to us just at the right time. We love you guys. We love Beyond Busking for what they've created, and we'll see you guys tomorrow morning bright and early.
Cheers, guys. Blessings for your week.
Another feel-good production.
Introducing new Clover Crush Cans, a refreshing selection of delicious fruit juice blends, now in a can, available in still and sparkling. Try new Crush Cans. Crush it real good.